Look at these dumbass Tennessee fans talking about the score of the Georgia-Kentucky game versus Tennessee-Kentucky. Hey, I don't know if you remember, but Georgia and Tennessee have actually played each other. You don't need no transitive property. Georgia beat the fucking life out of Tennessee, dummy. Fuck is wrong with you? God damn. Tard man. Dun, dun, dun. Tard man. What's up, Tard man? What is going on here? Ohio State 33, Maryland 30. 2.5 minutes to go. Got Western Kentucky and Auburn on over here. That one's finishing up. And South Carolina and the Tards about to kick off in Columbia, South Carolina. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the primetime stream. Who's ready to watch some football games? I'm is. Shout out to the number 1 ranked Georgia Bulldogs for improving to 11-0. Undefeated in the SEC yet again. What a great feeling. Second year in a row undefeated in the SEC in the regular season. Man, it feels good. If you're a Tennessee fan, you just have to take my word for it. You don't have any idea what that feels like. You have no clue. The Texas helmet's getting fixed on the Your Season is Over video tomorrow. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Great games today, huh? A lot of these games have been closer than we thought. All the early games, I was kind of disappointed with the early slate of games today, and they all ended up being great games. The ending of that TCU game was unbelievable. They had the balls to run the ball with like 15 seconds to go and no timeouts. I'm like, what are they doing? They ran the ball. The offense hurries off the field. The field goal team comes on, snaps it with 4 seconds to go. Snap, hold, kick, right down the middle. TCU wins. Tard man, Tennessee man, crying into their butt funnels all over the internet. Had to burn all their Baylor hats they bought last week. Now they've gone to their closet and pulled out the Southern Cal hat they bought yesterday, waiting on that 8 o'clock game, Southern Cal and UCLA. Boy, the biggest UCLA fans you've ever seen are currently residing in Tennessee. The Tennessee Trojans play tonight at 8 o'clock against UCLA. No, not the Tennessee Trojans. What can we call them? The Tennessee Bruins? The UCLA Vols, they play at 8. We'll put that game on, I guess, after the Ohio State game wraps up. But, man, hug a Tard if you see one, because they had all their eggs in that Baylor basket, didn't they? Yeah, they did. 2nd and 11 for South Carolina, first possession of the game. They got the ball to start off. Tennessee's uniform gimmick for this week, orange helmets. Everything about Tennessee is a gimmick. Their offense is a gimmick. Every week they have a different uniform combination. They're the Oregon of the SEC. Exact same trophy case, too. In other words, there's nothing in it. But, yeah, you got to Google every Friday what uniform Tennessee's wearing, because it changes every week. They're the Oregon of the SEC. It's just how it is. How y'all doing? Y'all ready to be educated and entertained this evening? Okay, good. Auburn is up now 27-17 over Western Kentucky. 9 minutes to go. 3rd and 6. Carolina completes a pass, a big one too, up towards midfield. Nice play for South Carolina. Spencer Rattler with a rare, accurate pass there, which is not hard to do against Tennessee. Their defense is one of the worst in the country. What's up, Marie? Socram, Paxton, UJ Chris, John Hopel. It's Josh, though. We're supposed to change that. It's Josh Hopel. Actually, John Hopel is fine. Natty Dogs, Sprite Man, Will Nance, Missy Love, Pastor Dave, Eric Odom, Leroy Jenkins, Dan the Clown, Robert Sharpton, Texas Rocks. Y'all make sure you hit the thumbs up. There's only 41 thumbs up. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. These are some good primetime games. And if the earlier games are any indication, we might get some closer than expected games tonight, so we'll see. 1st and 10 for South Carolina. They run some kind of a jet sweep that didn't work really. Might have gained a couple of yards, tackled out of bounds. What's up, Newt? J.W. Wick 76, President Voltard, Missy Love, appreciate y'all tuning in. It looks like Auburn's about to put this thing away here. This is a touchdown unless he stepped out of bounds. And I don't think he did. Referees call it a touchdown. Auburn's going to pull away from Western Kentucky at the end. Spencer Rattler, running for his life, has to throw it away. That's going to bring up third down for South Carolina. 3rd and 8 now. Field goal attempt in the Ohio State-Maryland game is good. So it looks like Ohio State will extend their lead to 6 points. 42 seconds to go in the game. Maryland's going to get the ball on a kickoff with 42 seconds to go. Maryland's got no timeouts, and they need a touchdown to win the game. They're down by 6. We'll see if there's any pineapple magic here for Tua Jr. Spencer Rattler steps up in the pocket, takes off running. He's going to pick up the first down or close to it. He slid too soon. Better make sure you have that first down before you slide, dummy. He didn't get it. That's unnecessary for somebody that's been around as long as Spencer Rattler. There's nothing wrong with sliding, but when it's 3rd and long and you take off running, you got to know where the first down is, dude. You got to pick that up. Now Tennessee jumps off sides, going to give South Carolina an automatic first down. Bluegrass Sports Media, thank you for the super chat. He says, I'm glad I got to cash in on the Lou 2-for-1 charity bet. Thanks for the great odds, sir. What odds did you have? I'll have to look it up. The line was 22.5. I don't know what you had. South Carolina has this game. Nah, Tennessee's going to win this one. South Carolina's terrible. Vandy will beat Tennessee. Y'all are nuts. There ain't no way Vandy's beating Tennessee. They did beat Florida, though. 2nd and 17 for Maryland with 10 seconds to go. That's game over. Ohio State just scored on a crazy fumble in the end zone to end the game. Ohio State's going to hang on to beat Maryland. Vandy on a roll. They're not beating Tennessee. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all know that. Florida's not any good. I mean, that's why Vandy beat them. Eric Odom, thank you for the super chat. Dogs didn't beat the spread, but still a solid game. I don't know what game you watched, Eric. That was not a solid game. They played like complete shit. Stetson Bennett looks like a walk-on. What a shock. He played terrible. The coaches didn't even trust him to throw a pass in the second half. He played like complete garbage. The defense let Kentucky go up and down the field all day long. They had a 99-yard touchdown drive. They had 2 other drives that were the length of the field and just didn't result in any points because of turnovers. But I don't know what game you watched where you're referring to it as solid. That game was anything but solid. It was mushed, not solid. Mushed doo-doo. Georgia played like shit. Well, I could say the exact same thing. I don't know what game you watched. Eric, if you watched that Georgia game and you think they played solid, then you're completely fucking football ignorant. They played terrible. They played awful. Stetson couldn't complete a pass past the line of scrimmage. He was so bad the coaches wouldn't even let him throw a pass the entire second half. He threw an interception halfway through the third quarter. They never let him throw another pass the entire game. He played like complete shit. Kentucky had a 99-yard touchdown drive. Like I said, they had 2 other drives where they went up and down the field. That's the worst game I've seen the defense play since 2020. They looked absolutely horrible. You got to have some serious Disney dog shades on to try to think Georgia played a solid game today. That was absolutely terrible. You missed Kirby's excuse after the game. You don't even have to listen to the press conference. I haven't watched it either. You know what he's going to say? He's going to say, it's tough to win on the road, the SEC. No, it's tough to win on the road against tough teams. It's not tough to win on the road against Kentucky or Mizzou. That's ridiculous. Plenty of teams go into Kentucky and Missouri and blow them out. Georgia just didn't play good. Neil Brown done yet? If they can afford to fire Neil Brown, they will. If they can't afford to fire him, they won't. I don't know West Virginia's financial situation, but it's like an $18 million buyout. Bluegrass Sports Media says, I'm talking about the stream you gave everyone 2-1 on any bet they want. I had Kentucky minus 16.5. Oh, you said thank you for the good odds. Those are terrible odds. Georgia ended up being a 23-point favorite, so you had terrible odds. You still won though, but you had terrible odds. So that was a terrible bet you ended up making, because you could have got Kentucky. It wasn't Kentucky minus 16.5. It was Kentucky plus 16.5 is what you had. The line ended up being Kentucky plus 22. So you actually had terrible odds, not good odds. UJ had the best win today out of the top 4. Domination. What game did y'all watch where y'all think Georgia dominated that game? I'll agree it was the best win out of the top 4, but everybody in the top 4 played like shit. A win is not a win. If a win was a win, there wouldn't be any 2-loss teams ranked ahead of North Carolina. We all know in college football, a win is not a win. A win is not a win in college football. All wins are different in college football. A win is a win if you're number 1. That's not true. Ohio State was ranked number 1 earlier in the season. Now they're not. You know why? Because a win is not a win, sir. Ohio State was ranked number 1 earlier this year. They're currently not ranked number 1. They haven't lost any games, so how's that possible? It's possible because a win is not a win. Not all wins are the same in college football. Look at this. South Carolina out here scoring touchdowns on this terrible-ass Tennessee defense, this poverty-ridden fucking Voltard defense. See, Tennessee fans spent too much time this week rooting for Baylor and Southern Cal and not enough pumping up their creamsicle Vols. Wow. Did he score? He definitely scored. That's a touchdown. Uh-oh. By Insanity says, I'm taking my dad to the Ohio State versus Michigan game. Oh, wow. Congratulations. That's a hell of a game to go to. I'd like to go to that game eventually. When I get older, maybe when my kids are out of college or something, I'm going to try to take a season and and go to a different stadium every week of the season. I've always wanted to do that, but I'm going to have to wait a while to do that. But I have a bucket list of games I would love to go see, and Ohio State and Michigan is at or near the top of that. By Insanity, thank you for that. Nick Koenig, thank you for the super chat. Holy hell, Maryland played great. Ohio State looked like trash. Yeah, everybody in the top 4 looked like trash. Honey got a booty like pow, 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 says, how much will you clown Vols if they lose? Same amount I always clown them if they lose, which is a lot. Dogs did not look good today on offense. Defense played well. I disagree with the defense playing well part. Kentucky had a 99-yard touchdown drive. Kentucky's first 2 possessions of the game, they drove all the way down the field into the red zone. The first time they went for it on 4th down and didn't get it, turned the ball over on downs. Second time, Will Levis threw a terrible pass into the end zone that was intercepted, but I didn't think the defense played very good today. I haven't looked at the stats, but I'm sure Kentucky had a ton of fucking yards. Let's see. They might have had 400 yards. Let's see. Kentucky had, 300 yards. It's actually not as bad as I thought. Dabo is officially my most hated coach. Oh, yeah? Why is that? A lot of people don't like Dabo, so there's nothing wrong. I'm just wondering what your particular beef is with Dabo Swinney. But there's lots of people that don't like Dabo. Lou Kirby's got to stop trying to run the clock out at the start of the third quarter. Well, he doesn't have a choice when he's got a quarterback that he doesn't trust to throw the ball. They don't trust Stetson Bennett. They didn't trust him today. Stetson Bennett played like shit, so Kirby took the ball out of his hands. Hitch pass for Tennessee on 1st and 10 picks up about 4. South Carolina up 7-0 early in this one. Carolina scored on their first possession of the game. First look at Tennessee's offense here. 2nd and 6 for the Tards. They hurry back to the line. Hendon Hooker back to throw. Caught on a comeback route. Those are the only 2 routes Tennessee runs. A go route or like a 6-yard comeback route. Those are the only two routes Tennessee ever runs. They have a gimmick offense. It's very basic and elementary. You can fit it on the back of this coaster. Hendon Hooker takes off running this time. Lots of room. There he goes. 40, 30. Falls down around the 30-yard line. Big run on the ground that time by Hendon Ho. The Mountain Man, you're getting everybody's best shot. You guys are fine. Your defense is winning it this year. Whoa, Todd. Thank you, Cadillac. Another big play on the ground by Tennessee. Touchdown. Jabari Small. Tennessee's going to tie it up in the first quarter. Carolina 7, Tennessee 6. Extra point on deck. How much is Oklahoma going to lose by against Oklahoma State? I don't know. Oklahoma's favored by 7, which is weird because it seems like Oklahoma State should be favored by about 7. And a lot of times when a line seems really weird like that, there's a reason. Like it's some kind of a trap. So I was afraid to bet that game. I do think Oklahoma State wins, but it's just weird to me that Oklahoma's favored by a full touchdown. Here comes the extra point for the Tards. It's up and good. Tennessee ties it up 7 apiece with 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Honestly, the state of Oklahoma is average at football this year. I'd say they were below average. I'd say they're below average. Auburn all over Western Kentucky now. That game was over. That game was tied at 17 not that long ago. Now Auburn's all over them 41-17. What else do we want to watch tonight? What channel is... Oh, I didn't never change this back. Sorry about that. There you go. There's just some scores there. Southern Cal and UCLA is coming on Fox, is that right? At 8 o'clock? What's the ABC game? Let's see. Trying to figure out what games to switch it to when they start at 7:30 and 8. Let's go there. Let's see. Oklahoma and Oklahoma State comes on ABC, so I'll watch that one. And then I'll watch Southern Cal and UCLA at 8 on Fox. Ole Miss and Arkansas are playing. Ole Miss should win that one. Yeah, Ole Miss should win that one. So we'll watch Bedlam, and we'll watch Southern Cal and UCLA, and of course we got Tennessee and South Carolina on right now. Dwight G says, shout out to Talia Tagababalaga. I hope he's okay, man. Played a heck of a game. Yeah, Pineapple Jr. played good today. Came up a little short against Ohio State, though. So top 4 teams all struggled and looked like shit today, but they all won. So they all the top 4 remains undefeated. Todd Monken must be doing head coach interviews this week instead of focusing on the game plan. I think Todd Monken's the greatest offensive coordinator in college football today. Look at the shit he has to work with on offense. Stetson Bennett, Ladd McConkey, Marcus, Rosemy Jack Saint. The fact that Georgia is somehow averaging 45 points a game with Stetson Bennett and Ladd McConkey is astounding. I think Todd Monken should make $10 million a year. Eric Odom says, how much money did I lose on spreads this week? I have no idea. I don't know what your betting habits are. I don't know why you're asking me. Bye, Insanity. Thank you for the super chat. You're awesome. Good luck to your Bulldogs. Go Buckeyes. Thank you, Insanity, man. Thoughts on the Dogs' defense today? I didn't think they played very good. Too many long drives. A 99-yard touchdown drive they gave up. 2 other drives they let Kentucky drive the length of the field down into the red zone. I didn't think the defense played great today. Georgia better win by at least 50 points next week. I don't know about that. They played like dogs, not like dogs. I see what you did there with the spelling. Josh Heupel is a better coach than Kirby Smart. Yeah, nobody thinks that. Nobody thinks that. Hitch pass for South Carolina. Finds some room. Cuts it back to the inside. Picks up about 7 yards. Made something out of nothing there. It's going to be 2nd and about 3 now for South Carolina. Crowd going wild here already in Norman. Good luck to y'all's teams. Yeah, I mean, if you're an Oklahoma or an Oklahoma State fan, that's a huge game no matter how bad your teams are. But to the rest of college football, no one's really paying attention to that game this year because both those teams have been a huge disappointment. 2nd and 3 for Carolina on their own 42. Tied up 7 apiece, 8:59 to go in the first quarter, South Carolina and Tennessee. Rattler gets the snap, hands it off right up to Gut. Pushes forward for about 2 yards. He's going to be 1 yard short. 3rd and 1 coming up for South Carolina. Vandy's second best team in the East. No, Tennessee is. Why do people keep typing that? Tennessee's way better than Vandy. Georgia was looking ahead to Georgia Tech. I don't think that was it. I just think Georgia played like shit. I just think they played like shit today. How'd that happen? What channel is that going on now? Oh, Fox, yep. But later in that. Also in 2. Who is your current favorite NFL player? I don't know that I have one. Oregon sucks. The only reason they're ranked is because they're in the crappy Pac-12. You don't think Oregon's one of the 25 best teams? Then you might be one of the dumbest people in here if you think they shouldn't even be ranked. Nicholas Terrarial says, is there ever a good reason to rush the field after blowing out an unranked pile of doo-doo? Do Clemson fans have any shame? No. They rushed the field after they beat Louisville the other week. Clemson rushes the field when they lose. That's how sick these people are. Clemson fans rush the field when they lose. They got a first down, I think, but barely. Carolina did. They went for it on 4th and 1, and boy, if they got it, it ain't by more than a couple of inches. AD is practicing. I don't know why Kirby is slow walking him. He's day-to-day since week 2. That's just the deal with AD. Just forget about AD Mitchell. AD Mitchell is this year's George Pickens. He'll play 3 plays in the SEC title game that won't mean anything at all. He'll play 5 plays in the first round of the playoffs and have 1 catch. He'll play 7 plays in the title game and have 1 catch. Back to throw on first down. Over the middle. Caught. All the way down to the 30. Man, it's almost like Tennessee's defense isn't any good because Carolina's offense doesn't even exist. South Carolina's got probably the worst offense in the SEC, but you know what the remedy for a terrible offense is? Playing Tennessee. Facts. JR says, type. Yeah, they typing. Lou, is TC your second favorite team? I don't have a second favorite team. Michigan game wasn't a look-ahead thing. The entire team is hurting, and while the next guy up is good, the guy that will be at some point your team quits being good enough anymore. It really hurt Michigan when Blake Corum couldn't play in the second half. I mean, the dude had over 100 yards in the first half and was averaging over 6 yards per carry. I think Michigan was extremely lucky to win that game, having lost Blake Corum. But I'm going to tell you this. If they don't have Blake Corum next week, they're not beating Ohio State. I think they've got a chance to win the game with Blake Corum. Without him, no. Another deep pass. Touchdown. Look at this. Fucking Swiss cheese. Tennessee's defense is a piece of Swiss fucking cheese. Rotten Swiss cheese. Tennessee's defense is so fucking bad. Look, I talk for a living. I can't even put into words how bad Tennessee's defense is. It's that fucking bad. She I don't want to say she doesn't understand football at all. You do. But you're not some kind of football expert. No. She can watch 5 minutes of a Tennessee game and she looks at me and she goes, Why is Tennessee's defense so bad? That's how bad Tennessee's defense is. She knows. It's horrible.
Is it weird that I kind of want South Carolina to win?
You want South Carolina to win? Shout out to Carolina Jackpot. He deserves something, don't he?
I know. I think so.
Doesn't Jackpot deserve something? Admit it, Tennessee fans. Don't you secretly want to lose so that you can stop rooting for teams like Baylor and UCLA? Like, down deep, don't you just want to go ahead and get it over with? Lou, if our defense is so bad, how come you only scored 27? Oh, I don't know. But we beat you 27-13, and it was an absolute beatdown. Just domination from start to finish. Yeah. Domination from start to finish. Georgia put it in neutral in the third quarter and just played keep away. Georgia didn't even try to blitz Levis. Should have learned from Vandy. Yeah, I didn't think the defense played great today at all. Some games are closer than the score. Other games are worse than the score. Yeah. What if the Cox went out? Bye-bye Orang team playoffs. The Texas helmet gets flipped tomorrow and the year season is over video. What's up, Kyle? Well, we look like shit. Yeah, you did, Ohio, but so did Georgia, so did Michigan, so did TCU. All the top four teams all played bad, but they're all still undefeated. So far, the only person that's lost today is Tennessee fans rooting for Baylor. That's it. The biggest L so far today is is the Baylor Vols. That's the biggest loss of the day. The Baylor Vols. These Tennessee fans. Wait till 8 o'clock when the Southern Cal game comes on. Watch how they put a UCLA hat on, these Tennessee fans. They're not even going to watch the Tennessee game. They're going to be watching the UCLA game at 8. They're the biggest UCLA. You ever seen any UCLA fans on the internet? No, of course you haven't. You're going to see them tonight. You're going to see them tonight at 8 o'clock. They're going to be all over the place. They're called Tennessee fans. I don't know why you're laughing so much, Lou. You struggled against a horrible Kentucky team that lost to Vandy. Yeah, but you lost to Georgia. You lost. You've already lost to Georgia. So, and I'm laughing because you're fucking retarded. And that's funny to me. Tennessee better take care of business right now, says Morris. Well, they'll go down and score. You know they will. Tennessee has a good offense. It's just that their defense doesn't exist. The defense is horrendous. Which some people have been telling you since week 2. But, you know. Some people don't believe anything because of who the messenger is. The Knoxville Knuckle Draggers. Thank you, Nick. Knoxville Knuckle Draggers. Damn, bunch of cavemen, huh? Bunch of damn cavemen. I know you made a video, but Florida lost to Vandy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Sunbelt Billy. Wow. Turns out the guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's in over his head. Landlord says Tennessee is a bitch team. Whoa, is that true? Might be. They're definitely Georgia's bitch. And their fans are my bitch. I already told you, Tennessee fans are my Hendon hose. All right, Carolina set to kick off after yet another touchdown. Uh-oh, here comes that fucking Oklahoma wagon.
Shit.
Let's see if the Oklahoma wagon's going to tip over today. So far, so good. Hasn't tipped over yet. Nope. Looks like it's not going to tip over today. That's good. Shout out to Oklahoma for not tipping over their own wagon today. That's a good sign. I don't hate Tennessee football or their fans. First UJ game this year, I took shots at halftime. What about you made it through Mizzou without doing that? Hell, we were losing to Missouri at halftime. Second down now for Tennessee. They trail South Carolina 14-7. Hendon Hooker back to throw, complete on a slant, picks up the first down, needed 5, gained 8. Brew McCoy with the catch. Tennessee hurries back to the line because that's all they can do. They try to trick you and catch you when you're not ready. They can't out-talent you or out-scheme you, so they just try to run plays before you're lined up. It's like backyard football. Couple of yards on first down on the ground up the middle. 2nd and 7 or 8 coming up for Tennessee. Georgia 32, LSU 17. Yeah, something like that. I think Georgia will win between somewhere around 20 points or so. LSU's just not any good. Flag down. Big completion to Jalen Hyatt down to the Carolina 33, but there is a flag down, and I think that's going to be on the Tards. Yeah, holding on the Tards, so take that play away and back Tennessee up. Anybody see the SEC Network weird shit that went down? I saw a lot of weird shit that went down, but I haven't seen it on the SEC Network. Hendon Hooker back to throw on 2nd and 18. Under pressure, down he goes. It's going to be 3rd and a mile coming up for the Tards. For those of y'all that are watching the Tennessee-South Carolina game, that was the funniest thing I've ever heard when that lady just explained their playbook. All the skill players have wristbands. There's 11 plays on there.
Oh my God.
That's it. 11 plays.
Wow.
The coaches do the signs on the thing, and it's one of 11 plays on the wristband. Incomplete pass on 3rd and a mile, 4th and 28, and the Tard man's going to have to punt it away. 11 plays. I got to admit, that's more than I thought. I thought they only had 8 or 9. But no, they got 11.
Should make it easy to read if there's only 11 plays.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's all about how quick they can do it. That's it. They can't out-talent people, out-scheme people. None of that. Unless they can catch a team, unless they can run a play before the defense is ready, then this happens. 4th and 28, and you have to punt. Other than that, fair catch called and made for Carolina at the 36. The Bradshaws, what's up? Tennessee fans think college football is Disney World, the land of make-believe, where they're making the college football playoffs and beating Georgia by 30. Yeah, they do think that. That's true. Brandon, thank you for the super chat. Tennessee fans on here bumping gums about UGA all while losing to USC Junior. What was funny is before the game started, they were in here talking about, we beat Kentucky by this score, and you only beat them by this score. And I had to remind them, like, hey, hello, you don't need to use the transitive property like Georgia and Tennessee have actually played. It doesn't matter what the common scores were at this point. Like, we've seen these two teams play, and Georgia was infinitely better than you. Like, the game was never competitive. Ohio State versus Michigan, who wins? You got to wait and see what's going on with Blake Corum. If Blake Corum can't go, then I don't see how Michigan can win the game. If Blake Corum can play at or close to 100%, I think Michigan's got a chance. But without Blake Corum, I don't see how they win. What's up, Lou? Shout out to you, buddy. Yo, what's up, dog fan? UGA is poverty. Go UCLA, says a Tennessee fan.
Of course.
Yeah, we know you're a UCLA fan. There are no UCLA fans, so it's just Tennessee fans white knighting for UCLA because they need Southern Cal to lose so they can try to back their way into the playoffs. 3rd and 5 coming up for South Carolina now. If you're Carolina, you got to get a first down or two here. Even if you don't score, gives your defense a rest. That's the biggest thing with Tennessee. You need sustained drives on offense to let your defense rest. I mean, obviously you want to get points every time you get the ball, but the last thing you want to do is go 3 and out. Swing pass, complete, and picks up the first down up close to midfield. So that was a big first down for Carolina. 3 and out is terrible against Tennessee because it puts your defense right back out on the field. And that's when Tennessee can really start rolling on you, is when your defense starts to wear out. So this is good for Carolina here. They picked up that first down, gives their defense at least another 4 or 5 minutes to rest before they have to come back out there. Mr. Grisdale, thank you for the super chat. It says, you're awesome, bro. Can't wait for Ohio State versus UGA. Things are trending in that direction, in my opinion. Things are trending in that direction. Play action pass for Spencer Rattler. He's looking deep over the middle. Caught down inside the 20. Wow. Might be, maybe the Tennessee fans were right and this is going to be a blowout. Tennessee fans said this was going to be a blowout.
Oh, yeah.
They might be right.
They might be right. You're right.
You tards might be right. This might be a blowout. LV says, glad to see you two live tonight. Love to play-by-play Lou for the coffee fund. Hey, thank you. I just had to buy more coffee yesterday. My dumb ass. I ran out of espresso like, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's been
2 or 3 weeks ago, and I hadn't bought any more. And I was at the grocery store yesterday, and I was like, oh, yeah, I need espresso. So I went and I bought some more espresso. Get home, go to make coffee this morning. I'm out of fucking coffee. Huh. So now I have espresso, but no coffee. I can't have nothing. If it's not one thing, it's another.
So yes, that'll come in handy for the coffee fund, most definitely.
Yeah, so thank you. Because now, turns out now I need coffee now. Tennessee is losing tonight, I promise you that, says Malik Lawson. Well, we'll see. It's very early. It's still the first quarter. South Carolina's starting off hot, but you do see that a lot for home teams. Not saying South Carolina can't keep it up, but I mean, I wouldn't be willing to bet on Carolina to win the game right now. 2nd and 10 for South Carolina on the Tennessee 16. Spencer Rattler with a completion out in the flat to the running back. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards maybe. It's going to be 3rd and 6 or so now for the Gamecocks. I would rather watch Tennessee than TCU in the playoffs. Well, somebody's going to have to beat TCU or they're going to get in. No top team covered the spread today, by the way. That's a fact. That is a fact. 3rd and 5, Rattler back to throw. Complete out in the flat. Can he get the first down? Yes, made the Tard man miss. Touchdown, Shamecock. The route is on.
Jeez, what
The route is on.
What is going on?
How in the hell? Can you hand me that Shamecock helmet? It's the white one.
Yes. How in the hell?
Can any of the Tard mans just tell me what the hell is going on with this? What is going on here? Hey, where's all the Tennessee fans that were in here at the beginning talking about how much Georgia beat Kentucky by compared to how much y'all beat them by? Do you want me to post the Georgia versus South Carolina? South Carolina has scored 21 points on you in the first 14 minutes of the game. How many points did they score on Georgia in the entire game? Any of you tards remember the score of the South Carolina-Georgia game since you wanted to come in here and talk about the score of the Tennessee-Kentucky game? Jesus Christ. If you people were any dumber, somebody would have to walk around and pump your heart for you. Carolina Jack Bond ain't a fan, though. Yeah, he picked a bad week to do that routine, didn't he? 48-7. That can't be right. Is that true, Joe? You mean to tell me Georgia beat this South Carolina team 48-7, and they've already scored 21 points on Tennessee, and they're not even at the end of the first quarter? Now, this is alarming to me. Where's all the Vols that were in here earlier? Where'd they go? What is happening here? This is weird. Oklahoma has scored already. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Kickoff. Tardman lets it go into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10, Tennessee on their own 25-yard line. Tennessee fans are in their safe space. I don't understand. They was all in here at the very beginning running their mouth about the score of the Georgia-Kentucky game. Now I can't find any of them. I don't know if their internet went out or not sure what happened. First and 10 for Tennessee on their own 25. 1:15 to go in the first quarter. South Carolina 21, Tennessee 7. Hendon Hooker back to throw. Complete on an out route. Gain of about 5. Tennessee out here trying to start shit. Tennessee's the type of team gets aggravated when you're whooping their ass. Second and 5. Hendon Ho back to throw again. Going deep. No man's land. Hendon Ho threw a go route. The receiver ran the 6-yard comeback route. It's the only 2 routes they have. They run a slant every once in a while, but it's one of the 11 plays that Tennessee has. Hey, thanks, Cody. 3rd and 5 for Tennessee. Hendon Ho back to throw. Incomplete. Oh, penalty. Boy, that flag was thrown from a mile away, too. That's going to be a first down for Tennessee with pass interference. Honey Boo Boo says, Tennessee man already crying in the car. Yeah. Will Nance, thank you for the super chat, too. He says, the Tennessee defense is making Spencer Rattler look like a Heisman contender again. Yes, weird. The Tennessee defense has that effect on people, though. Remember when Anthony Richardson had 400 yards against them? Michael Grubbs, thank you for the super chat. Tennessee deserves Dembo Fisher more than the Aggies do. Damn, that's brutal. Handoff this time for Tennessee. Picks up about 7 yards on first down, up close to midfield around the 48. It's going to be second and about 3 coming up for Tennessee. Lou, anything nice to say about the mighty Gators? No. They dribbled down their leg against Vanderbilt. It's humiliating. Hitch pass caught by Squirrel White. Now, you know he's from Tennessee originally. He's got to be.
Wow.
He's born and raised.
Mm-hmm.
Born and raised. Named Squirrel. Tennessee might finish 7-5 next season. No way they remain relevant. I don't know about 7-5, but they're taking a step back next year. I agree with you there.
I am torn now. Someone just reminded me that if Tennessee loses, you lose your bet with Vic.
Oh, I don't care about that. I'd love for Vic to win a bet. Yeah, I'd love to send Vic some money. Come on, chickens. I'm tired of hearing about the Vols. Where's G. White when you need him? Where's G. White at?
Where is G. White?
You know he's hiding deep. He's hiding deep. How about the Gators giving it up to Vanderbilt? Yeah, that's sad. Look, listen. Some people have been trying to tell y'all for a while that Sunbelt Billy doesn't know what he's doing. He's in over his head and he's not going to last at Florida. He's not. He's not. He didn't deserve that job. For some reason, Vols open up versus Virginia in Nashville next season. Did you win that $1,000 bet yet? No, that game hasn't been played. That's the SEC title game. That's on the SEC title game. Didn't I tell you Baylor was going to get? I have no idea what you said. I have no clue who you picked in any game. Somebody bet you that LSU would win. Yeah, $1,000 straight up. No points. Yeah, he already sent me the money. He sent me the $1,000 already. Lou, you ever seen any of Coach 30's videos? Yeah, I'm subscribed to Coach 30. People really throw away money like that. Yeah, they do. Lou, the guy who made that bet rides the short bus. No, he's a nice guy. He's just hung up on his team. Look, a fan is short for fanatic. Being a fan is an emotional experience. I've made some not so smart decisions with my fanhood too. Now, I've never liked that. I agree that was pretty dumb. You should never bet $1,000 straight up on a game on the underdog when the underdog is a 17 to 20 point underdog. I mean, even if he wins the bet, it's still the dumbest bet ever made. He could take that same $1,000, bet it on LSU at any real casino or sports book, and make 4 to 1 on his money. In other words, if you go to a sports book, DraftKings, anywhere, and you bet $1,000 on LSU straight up, and LSU wins, they're going to pay you $4,000. So even if he wins, he's only getting $1,000 from me. So even if he wins, he lost $3,000. It was just a dumb bet. He shouldn't have done it. But he's a nice guy. I've known him forever. He's been on here forever. All you need to know about Georgia is 6-13-3. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Star, Bird, Rocks. Michael Grubb says Tennessee deserves Dimbo. I think I said that one already. As Gordon Gecko taught us a long time ago, a fool and his money are lucky to get together in the first place. Is Florida going to be a bowl team? Yeah, I think they already won 6 games, didn't they? 2nd and 4, Tennessee runs up the middle, picks up the first down just inside the 20. Into the second quarter now, 14 and a half minutes to go. South Carolina 21, Tennessee 7. It's a big drive for Tennessee. If you remember, Carolina had them backed up to like a 3rd and 28. They threw an incomplete pass, but there was a pass interference penalty called that gave Tennessee an automatic first down, or else Tennessee wouldn't even have the ball right now. Those penalties can really hurt you. The last thing you want to do is give a team like Tennessee extra possessions like that. Jalen Hyatt with the catch picks up the first down for Tennessee. 1st and 10 now. They keep it on the ground. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now. What's the score of the Tennessee game? It's on the screen. Cedric Tillman with the catch that time. It looks like he's just short of the first down. So it's going to be 3rd and about a yard to go for Tennessee. They hurry back to the line trying to trick South Carolina. It works. They pick up the first down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal now for Tennessee. First and goal, they run just back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal coming up for Tennessee. Yeah, I saw that, Zeus Almighty. Thank you, buddy. 2nd and goal, Tennessee from the 3-yard line. Hendon Hooker looks in the end zone, throws, batted down at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Michael Grubbs, thank you for the super chat. He says, pains me to say this as an Aggie fan, but you should put your helmet upside down with Monopoly money on top. That would be funny. That would be, yeah. That the Monopoly money thing for Texas A&M would be funny. All right, big third down for Tennessee. 3rd and goal. Just outside the throw, just inside the 4-yard line. 4 wide. Hooker in a shotgun back to throw. Good protection. Throws into the end zone. Incomplete. Not a good throw. Tillman had a step on an in route. Hooker led him a little too far. 4th and goal. Let's see what John Hopeful's going to do here. It looks like John Hopeful's going to leave the offense on the field. 4th and goal, just inside the 4. Fourth and goal. Tennessee huddling up this time, taking their time on this 4th down play. Cedric Tillman and it looks like Jalen Hyatt down at the bottom of the screen. Couple of tight ends split out to the top. Now Tennessee's going to have to take a timeout, I think. Somebody did. Yeah, Tennessee takes a timeout. Southern Cal and UCLA getting ready to kick off. That should be a good one. And, of course, the Bedlam game underway. Oklahoma 13, Oklahoma State 0. So Oklahoma up to a big lead early. That receiver was open. I don't know how you missed that throw. Hendon Hooker looked like Michigan QB there. What happened to Oklahoma State? That's a good question because they looked really good the first 6 games of the season and have looked like complete shit since then. It's hard to understand. Lou, who you got, Louisville or Kentucky? I'll take Kentucky in that one. Every year season is over video is fantastic. I appreciate that, Zeus. Yeah, I'll have one up tomorrow. It might be out a little earlier tomorrow than usual. I've got something I've got to do around 4 in the afternoon, so I'm going to try to get it done a little sooner than usual. I've been putting it up around 5 in the afternoons on Sundays. I'm going to try to get it up around 3 or 4 tomorrow. That can't be a real question, Jake. He wants to know, who do I have, Georgia or Georgia Tech? I'm sure pretty much anybody in the comment section can answer that for you. I've got the same team that everybody else on planet Earth has. There's not a single person picking Georgia Tech in that game. For good reason.
I just hope Georgia doesn't play like they did tonight or today.
Well, even if they did, they'll still beat Georgia
That's
Tech.
That's true, too, but...
Mom, what, you getting all your rubbers in over there?
Yes, she is.
Getting some of your good rubbers in over there? What about Sea-Dog, Woo? I like Sea-Dog, but he deserves all the losses he gets. Every one of them. Imagine how angry Lou will be when Tennessee comes back and wins. Why would I be angry? I picked Tennessee to win and cover. Why would I get angry? Where do you think Papa Bickler is these days? I forgot about him. I have no idea. Looks like there just may be some smoggy smoke on Rocky Top. What's the cat's name? Monkey. Or Monk for short. Hey, Monk. What you doing, Monk? Monk. They asked him what's the cat's name about. Monk. They saying what your name is.
I think they just like to see Monkey.
All right, 4th and goal. Actually, South Carolina called that timeout, not Tennessee. So Tennessee still has all 3 timeouts. Carolina's down to just the 1. 4th and goal for Tennessee. 2 wide to the bottom of the field. Tight to the top. Hendon now they spread out to the top with what looks like 2 tight ends. Hendon in a shotgun with a running back with him. 4th and goal from the 4. Hendon Hooker back to throw. Lobs it into the end zone. Oh, wow, what a catch. Good coverage, too. Tillman with the catch. It was good coverage. It looked like the Gamecock man was going to knock it down. Good throw and an even better catch. Cedric Tillman with the touchdown. Nice play by the wide receiver there because that was pretty good coverage. I mean, he wasn't open. It was just a good throw and a good catch. Oklahoma made the extra point. They're up 14-0 over Oklahoma State now. No pass rush. Yeah, they were playing coverage on that play. The extra point is up and good. Tennessee cuts into the lead with 12:24 to go in the second quarter. South Carolina 21, Tennessee 14. If Tennessee and USC lose, does that boost Bama's playoff odds? I don't know about their odds, but they're not getting in. They're not getting in. It doesn't matter what happens. Bama's not getting in the playoffs. There's just too many other teams that would get in first. Clemson would get in if they run the table. Tennessee kicks this one short. Fair catch at the 25 called by Carolina. Uh-oh, look at Georgia Tech out here trying to do something. Wow. Fourth quarter, Georgia Tech's only down 3. And they've got the ball and they're driving. LV426, thank you for the super chat. Entertaining play-by-play, guys, for the coffee and monkey fun. Thank you. Yeah, I got to go Christmas shopping for monkeys soon, so I appreciate that. Spencer Rattler with a completion on an out route, good for a first down. Michael Grubbs, I read that. Thank you, Michael Grubbs and LV426 for the super chats. I appreciate that. Oh, I just got the PayPal too, so thank you. Appreciate that. Spencer Rattler looks good, but the thing is everybody looks good against Tennessee. I mean, look at Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett's hot doo-doo, and he's looked like Johnny Unitas the last 2 years against Tennessee. 2nd and 2, Carolina keeps it on the ground. They're close to a first down. Not sure if they got it. It's going to be close. And it looks like they did get it. 1st and 10, Carolina up near midfield. Will Levis didn't look good against UT. Yeah, that's true. He looked terrible. Uh-oh. Is this another touchdown for Carolina? Nope. Down inside the 20, though, to the 18. Wow. It's almost like Tennessee's defense is bad or something.
Gosh, who would have guessed?
Weird, right?
Yeah.
You did get your hair did.
I got a cut.
Yeah, I just noticed it. Yeah. Because it's not all frizzy and fuzzy looking like it has been the last few days.
Oh my God! Really? Like
Yeah.
you would know anything about that?
I thought it was frizzy and fuzzy,
Yeah.
and now it's like all straight.
Well, yeah, I straightened it too.
Yeah.
But I did get a couple inches taken
Yeah.
off. So.
Nothing wrong with putting a little effort in every once in a while, is there?
All right, I hear what you're saying.
Are you mad now?
I hear what you're saying.
Uh-oh, oh, look at this! What is South Carolina doing? Look at that! They out here running quarterback passes to, or halfback passes to fucking, what is this?
What just happened?
Look, watch the quarterback now, run out here. Now watch him. That's the quarterback makes that catch. They out here just pissing in Tennessee's mouth for fun. They out here playing with Tennessee. Look at this. Damn.
Wow.
What in the world? Southern Cal underway. USC Trojans versus the UCLA Vols. Ooh, close. First and goal. Carolina gets down to the half-yard line. Just underway. Southern Cal Trojans versus the UCLA Vols. Of course, Tennessee needs Southern Cal to lose if they have any chance of getting into the playoffs, which is not going to matter if they shit themselves against South Carolina. But Lou looking like a young Dan Aykroyd. I see you, Woo. Hey. There ain't nothing wrong with Dan Aykroyd now. Uncle Lou, UNC giving Georgia Tech too much hope. Yeah, I saw that a second ago. Only down 3. Thank y'all for the super chats. I appreciate it. Touchdown, Shane Cox. Carolina's had the ball. Carolina's had the ball 4 times and they've scored 4 touchdowns.
4 times, yep.
When was the last time South Carolina scored 4 touchdowns in a game? I got to look this shit up. This is
going on?
This is wild. All right, let's see. Last week they scored 6. The week before they scored 38. The week before they scored 10. The week before they scored 30, 24. I mean, they're out here looking like the 2000 St. Louis Rams, the greatest show on turf. Tennessee's just a fucking joke. Tennessee is an absolute joke. Commercial break. Southern Cal has got the ball first, and you're not going to like this, Tennessee, man, but they're already out to midfield. Or the 45. Things couldn't be going worse for Tennessee. They're getting embarrassed by South Carolina. TCU won on the last play of the game. And now they got to watch Southern Cal win.
Oh my gosh.
Southern Cal picks up about 4 yards on first down up to the 49, but there is a flag down. Georgia Tech winning. Did they score? Oh, yeah. Some like Thanksgiving cookies or something. Sugar cookies or something. You don't want to, what do you want an espresso? I probably won't eat them. Yeah, they're good. Those sugar cookies. What'd y'all say? Georgia Tech is winning now? Where's that? Oh, there it is. Yeah, 21-17. You're right. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Oklahoma's still up 14-0 over Oklahoma State in the Bedlam game. Chance-tastic, thank you for the super chat. It says, damn, Tennessee defense is getting the Bama defense in Knoxville treatment. Now, that's alarming. That's alarming. Yeah, we probably should type a 1998 in the chat real quick. Because it's looking like it could be one of those nights for Tennessee, man. There you go, 1998 in the chat. Oh, don't forget to hug a tard, man. Damn, y'all are still. I came back in. Y'all are still typing 1998. Now that's professional. Mark Sawyer says my Vols are a joke. South Carolina might put up 60 plus. I would say this: it's still early. Look, it doesn't look good right now, but it's still early. Tennessee can score a lot of points in a hurry. Tennessee's defense is bad, but so is South Carolina's offense. South Carolina's offense is. I wouldn't be surprised if South Carolina offensively broke down at some point in this game. And 14 points might seem like a lot, but Tennessee can put up a lot of points in a hurry against bad teams. And I think South Carolina is a pretty bad team. So we'll see what happens. Chris says Chris says Gamecocks by 50, so of course I could be wrong, so. Uh-oh. Hendon Hooker overthrows another wide receiver. I've seen that 1,000 times. How about you, Tennessee fans? How many times have y'all seen Hendon Hooker overthrow open receivers? Third and 7. Hendon Hooker throws complete but short of the first down. Tillman, but he took a knee after he caught the ball. It was a low throw. He went down to his knee. And the Tards are going to have to go for it again because analytics say so. And I think Hendon Hooker did pick up the first down. Yes, he did. Just across midfield to the 49-yard line. Hey, Lou, what happens to Tennessee fans saying they're going to win by 50? Well, they're still around. They're just hiding right now. As soon as Tennessee takes a 1-point lead, they'll be flooded back in here like cockroaches. Going deep. Overthrew it again. Intended for Hyatt. Overthrew it again. Do you idiot UGA fans really think South Carolina will keep up this scoring in the second half? I think it's possible for any team to score a ton of points against Tennessee, yeah. Looks like Tennessee is going to call a timeout to keep from getting a delay of game there. Yeah. So 2nd and 10 when we come back from the timeout. A Florida man can use a hug today. That's a fact, Dylan. Florida got not just beat, but humiliated by something called Vanderbilt. Turns out Sunbelt Billy might not know what he's doing, doesn't it? Yep. Georgia Tech is beating UNC. Yep. That's a fact, too. 21-17 with 11 minutes to go in the fourth. Oklahoma now at 21-0 over Oklahoma State. Vanderbilt is really better than Texas A&M. Yeah, I think they are. I think they are. I really don't think it's even a debate. Chumley Heupel getting mad on the sidelines. He does look like Chumley from Pawn Stars or whatever that show was. He does kind of look like that, doesn't he? Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Chance. Chance says, where did all these LSU fans come from? Didn't hear from any of them before beating Alabama. Now they think they're winning the conference title. Yeah, they're not beating Georgia. I mean, LSU is not very good. I think everybody knows that. I mean, they only beat Arkansas last week, 13-10. They're just not very good. Texas A&M might beat them next week. I don't know. I'll probably pick LSU to win that game, but I wouldn't be shocked if Texas A&M beat them. LSU is not very good. They're going to get run over by Georgia. Where'd the new look come from? Well, I've had these hats for years. I've been wearing them. I've worn these hats for a long time. That's what you're talking about. Lou, can we take Muschamp off your hands? We need a DC. No. I want to keep Muschamp and Schumann. Okay, then. Okay. Oh, homemade white chocolate mocha. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Homemade white chocolate mocha. If y'all don't have a cappuccino machine or a latte machine or whatever they're called, you need to get yourself one. You won't regret it. You won't regret it at all. Tennessee defensive coordinator job is up for sale at halftime. Up for sale. Yeah, not a good half for Tennessee defense, that's for sure. 2nd and 10, Tennessee runs the option with Hendon Hooker. He bangs around like a pinball, falls forward for 5 or 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 5, I guess, now for Tennessee. Still no score. Southern Cal, UCLA. 10 minutes to go in the first quarter of that one. UCLA's got the ball in their own 20. Hooker throws a slant complete over the middle, caught. And then we're going to have a targeting call. We're going to have a targeting call here on South Carolina. What it looks like to me. I'll have to see the replay. Can't tell from that angle if it was his head or his shoulder. Here we go. This will tell. Yep, targeting. He's gone. He's gone. You know the part of all espressos being the same?
Huh?
You can tell it differently now.
Oh, yeah?
Taste, I think you'll notice.
Okay. Better or worse?
It's just different. It's not. It's good. It's still good. It's not a bad or a good disagree. Yeah, I think that guy's probably going to get kicked out there. That looks like targeting to me. Hey, y'all hit the thumbs up. There's almost 600 people in here and not even 200 thumbs up. How's that possible? Come on, y'all hit the thumbs up. That's free to do. It doesn't take you any time, effort, or energy either. Y'all go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. I'll give you a thumbs up if I can see some mustard. Was there something wrong with your eyes? The mustard is right there. Right there. There it is. Right on top of the Alabama helmet where it's been for 5 weeks. So now you can hit the thumbs up now that you know where to look. It's right there. Right there. There's the mustard. 1st and 10 after the targeting penalty gives Tennessee a first down inside the 15 at the 14-yard line of South Carolina. South Carolina 28, Tennessee 14. 7 minutes to go until halftime. 4 wide for Tennessee this time. 2 on top, 2 at the bottom. Now they're doing some moving around, though.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You taste the difference, too? It almost seems like it might be a little stronger.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Tastes like it's a little bit. Yeah.
It's still good, though, don't you think?
Okay.
Yeah. I've never had that kind before. The kind I had before, that's the only kind I've ever had, because I've always just ordered it off of Amazon, and that's what they have on Amazon. But they had that at the grocery store. Who you got in the USC versus UCLA game? I picked Southern Cal, but there's no score right now. But I think it's going to be a really close game, like down to the wire thing. I wouldn't be surprised at all if UCLA wins, but I did pick Southern Cal. About to be 28-0 Oklahoma. Yeah, they're driving again down in the red zone. Going deep into the end zone. Receivers open. Touchdown, Oklahoma. 28-0. 3rd and 4 for the Gamecocks now. Inside the 10 on about the 8.5-yard line. Hendon Hooker yelling at the offensive line. Now he's ready. 4 wide and a running back. Snap. Hendon Hooker back to throw. Rolls to his right. Hits the running back short, and he gets blown up. Wow. Cam Smith might be the best player on Carolina's defense. He's going to be a first-round NFL draft pick, Cam Smith. Cornerback came up and blew that play up. Tennessee loses a couple of yards. They're going to have to settle for a field goal here. You're going to get your running back killed doing that too, Hendon Hooker, by the way. Floating the ball up like that and making him catch that ball with his back to the defense. You're going to get that guy killed doing that. Here comes a field goal, about a 27, 28-yarder from the right hash. Kick is up. Right down the middle, it's good. Tennessee cuts into the lead. It's now an 11-point game. Carolina 28, Tennessee 17. Fun fact, my high school in the 4th round of the playoffs. Oh, trying to make state for the first time since 2009. Yeah, my high school was pretty bad at football when I was there, and they're pretty bad at football still now, 25 years later. But good luck to your team, though. Shake up the top 10. No one in the top 10 has lost, have they? Georgia won, Ohio State won, Michigan won, TCU won, Tennessee's playing now, LSU's playing a nobody, Bama won. Who was 8? USC. They're playing now. Ole Miss is playing now. UCLA is playing now. Utah plays tonight. I don't think anybody in the top 10 has lost yet. Kentucky Blue says, I'd love to see the Voltard go down. Yeah, I'm sure everybody would. As loudmouthed as they've been, it would be hilarious to spend the next 2 weeks laughing at them. The only problem is you won't be able to really laugh at them. They'll be gone.
That's right.
You won't be able to find G. White anywhere until next July if Tennessee loses this game. He'll be back next offseason with the same old we're going 15-0 speech that he's been given every summer for the last 6 years. I want to see Arkansas win. They're playing Ole Miss, aren't they? Yeah. They're up. Well, hell, look at this. They're up 14-3. This is what I was worried about with this game. There's a lot of rumors going around about Lane Kiffin and Auburn and coaching changes and all that. I was wondering if maybe it would affect them. Plus, real emotional loss last week for Ole Miss. Ole Miss had all their eggs in that Alabama basket, and they almost pulled it off, but they lost. And a lot of times it's hard to rebound from that type of thing. Oklahoma State trying to get something going offensively. 2nd and 6, quarterback running for his life, takes off running, gets the first down, then steps out of bounds. Picked up the first down, but man, Oklahoma State's just a train wreck right now. Lou, do you have a brand you recommend with those mocha and cappuccino makers? I think I just have mine's Mr. Coffee, isn't it? I don't have an expensive one at all.
I think it's just Mr. Coffee.
Yeah, the one I have is it's a Mr. Coffee Cafe Barista is the name of it. But let me tell you, all you need to look for, it needs to have a milk steamer built in. I've had a couple of different ones, and unless you're real serious about your coffee, like a coffee snob, you don't need one of those $300, $400, $500 machines. In my opinion, buy the cheapest one you can find that will steam the milk. That to me, that's what makes it. You can't, I'm going to be honest, you can't tell the difference between what I'm drinking right now and an $8 latte from Starbucks, can you?
No.
I mean, you can't tell the difference. I buy the same syrup flavoring that Starbucks uses, the white chocolate mocha. But so any machine that will steam milk, it needs to have a separate milk reservoir. Let me see if I can find a picture. Y'all done got me talking about coffee makers now. Look what y'all did. Okay, here you go. Just real quick. I know nobody wants to see this. Just real quick, though. So this is what I have right here. And in the back, it's got a water container, like every coffee machine ever made, right? But see, it's got a second one in the front that you put milk in. It actually steams this milk, puts it in the cup first, then it brews your espresso and puts it in. So any machine, and you can see this is $200. That's not bad. But any machine you can find, as long as it has a separate water and milk container, and it steams the milk, that's what you need. It needs to steam the milk. There you go. I mean, you can buy those things $1,000, $1,200. When I bought that, it was because it was the cheapest one I could find that steams the milk. There may be a cheaper one out now, so I'm not endorsing the one that I have over any other type of one or whatever. That just happens to be the one I have. But in my opinion, as long as you have one that steams the milk and it has a separate milk and water container, you're good to go. Still no score. Southern Cal Trojans and the UCLA Vols. Still no score there. 28-17, South Carolina still up on Tennessee. 3rd and 11 for South Carolina with 4:16 to go in the second quarter. You don't need super dark coffee. No, you do need espresso, though. There's a difference between espresso and coffee. You need espresso. You can use coffee in an espresso machine, but it's not going to taste the same. Arkansas is playing for something tonight. Yeah, and Ole Miss, like I said, pretty much cashed it in, it looks like, after what happened against Bama last week. This hit the spot and was on time, too. Thanks, accept me.
You're welcome, accept me.
Yeah. 3rd and 11, Spencer Rattler going deep. As a man caught. Oh, he bobbled it and dropped it. Wow. Almost hauled it in. There is a flag down, but man, he had a step on the defender. You got to catch that, dude. How do these people get scholarships? I think the penalty's against Tennessee, though. Yep. Wow, defensive holding. Tennessee shoots themselves in the foot there because that would have been punt time. Well, really, it's kind of just like the opposite of what happened when Tennessee had the ball, right? Look, this guy's got to make that catch. You catch that, you're probably still running. Tennessee had that, on Tennessee's last drive, when they had the ball, they had that 3rd and long. It was an incomplete pass, but there was pass interference that kept the drive alive. Tennessee ends up going down and kicking the field goal. Now here, South Carolina would have been about to punt, but Tennessee commits the penalty on 3rd down that gives Carolina the automatic 1st down. So 1st and 10, Carolina on the ground this time. A little bit of room, picked up about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6. 4 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Boy, this game's getting chippy. See, Tennessee don't like getting their ass beat. You start pushing Tennessee's dick in the dirt, they get all riled up. Look at them, bitching and moaning and crying. Stop your fucking pouting and tackle somebody, you big dummy. South Carolina's had the ball 4 times and scored 4 touchdowns, and you're out here ranting and raving like a fucking lunatic. How about do something, tard man? Jesus Christ, y'all can't stop a fucking nosebleed, and you're out here trying to pick fights. Spencer Rattler back to throw on 2nd and 6. Deep again. Incomplete. Same thing. Hit that guy on the hands, but he just can't bring it in. That one was a little bit overthrown. Receiver got a hand on it, but would have been a real tough catch to make. You need to quit all the class in. Lou know better than that. You need to quit all that class in. I don't know what quit all that class in means. Look what happens when you talk too much-ish. Coffee is overrated. That's fake news. I think coffee, if anything, might be a little underrated. Yeah, I'd have coffee in my top 4. I'd probably put them in where instead of TCU. Spencer Rattler's going to take off running on 3rd and 6. And he picks up the 1st down.
Jeez, what is going on with these balls?
Yeah, that should have been a penalty on Tennessee there. He dragged Spencer Rattler down to the ground 3-4 yards out of bounds. Tennessee is lucky they didn't get flagged for that one.
And then try to pick a fight.
Yeah, look. He got mad because he got stiff-armed and then drug him down late.
By the freaking collar. Look at that.
Yeah. Could have been late hit, could have been horse collar tackle, could have been a lot of different things. He got lucky there. That would have been another 15 yards. 1st and 10 for Carolina now. Rattler under center. Play action pass. Looking to go deep. Steps up. Oh. I don't know what Rattler was thinking there. Did you see that? Why did Spencer Rattler do that little crow hop deal? If they show the replay, you got to watch this. What in the hell was Spencer Rattler doing there?
Take off running.
What was that clown doing? Tennessee with another damn penalty. Spencer Rattler gets sacked for like a 5-6 yard loss. Damn, Oklahoma State just threw an interception. What was Spencer Rattler doing there? Did y'all see that? Watch this little crow hop. What are you... What are you doing, son? This ain't the Big 12. People will hit you in this league. What are you doing? This is the shit he used to do when he was on the practice team at Oklahoma. Yeah, you can get away with that against Oklahoma's defense because it's piss poor, but as bad as Tennessee's defense is, it's still an SEC defense, and people on occasion will hit you. What was he doing with that crow hop? Trey Baker, thank you for the super chat. He says, tropical depression passed through Clemson. Go Taters. How's the weather in Maryland? And I hate to say this as a Tater fan, but go Cox. That's pretty bad when everybody is so sick of Tennessee fans that even Clemson fans are willing to watch South Carolina win if it means Tennessee loses.
That is bad.
Tennessee fans have annoyed everybody on the internet. They're the real pandemic. Tennessee is the real pandemic.
Oh my gosh.
That's the real pandemic. Tennessee fans are the real pandemic. And John Hopeful is the Dr. Fauci of college football. That's what Josh Heupel is. He's no different than Dr. Uh-oh, going deep. Caught. Wide open wide receiver down inside the 20. Carolina's going to go 5 for 5. 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns against this piss poor fucking Tard defense.
I hate to say it, but Spencer Rattler is playing a good game.
Unbelievable. This is what Anthony Richardson, this is what Tennessee does. Tennessee takes the most average, just fucking vanilla ice cream quarterbacks you've ever seen and makes them look like Hall of Famers. If you go back and watch the Tennessee-Florida game, Anthony Richardson, what can't complete a pass from here to that wall, looked like a fucking Heisman winner in that game. He had 400-something yards. Spencer Rattler's going to have more yards in this game than he's had all damn season. Mm-hmm. And it's because Tennessee's defense is just terrible. And you can't tell Tennessee fans that because you know what they say? Oh, we give up 50, we just scored 52. Every time I hear a Tennessee fan talk or read one of their comments, in my mind I just see Sloth from the Goonies.
Oh my God.
You know?
That's great.
Like it feels like every time a Tennessee fan types something in the comment section, like at the same time, they're also chewing on their tongue at the same time. Like they're just like
Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. The hills have eyes, I'm telling you.
Oh.
Somebody's hurt for Tennessee, so let's be serious for a second and hope that they're okay. I can't tell who it is. Number 8. Captain Chunk. That must be John Hopeful. That's got to be John Hopeful. That doesn't look good for that number 8 there for Tennessee. That doesn't look good. Turnage. Well, it doesn't matter whether he's a good player or a bad player. You don't want to see anybody get injured, but I don't know much about that particular player, but it doesn't look good. He's not putting any weight at all on that foot. Let's hope he's going to be okay. Let's hope he's going to be okay.
Well, here we go.
Well,
people saying that Tennessee fans are saying the refs are cheating. South Carolina's cheating. Refs are cheating.
Oh, well, if that's that one guy, what calls himself analyst?
Yes.
Yeah, just disregard anything he types. He's like 6 years old, and I'm serious, and he's just looking for attention. So
Yeah,
I just disregard everything he types. That's funny that I knew who it was just based on the comment.
Based on what I just said.
Yeah, that's how he is. His mother doesn't give him enough attention, and his dad abandoned him when he was 4. So he comes to the YouTube comment section to get what he didn't get at home. But I ain't got no interest in it.
Think he needs some Rocky Road?
Rocky Road.
I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
inside the Vitelli's basement. Sheriff, look. This time I'm telling you the truth. I'm locked inside the Vitelli's basement with this guy.
Rocky Road?
That is not funny, says Robert Sharpton. You don't like the Goonies? You don't like the movie Goonies?
Classic.
I guess it's not for everybody. Do you like the fact that South Carolina just scored on Tennessee again? Do you like that better? No matter how much you hate the Goonies, I'm sure you'd rather watch that than to watch Tennessee continue to get shit on for the next 2.5 hours on this channel, which is exactly what's going to happen. South Carolina's had the ball 5 times. They've scored 5 touchdowns. I'll be making a video at halftime like I always do. I'll leave the stream going, and then I'll be back on at the start of the third quarter of the Tennessee-South Carolina game. But in case there's anybody new, first of all, if there is anybody new, welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. I post pointless, barely watchable college football videos almost every single day of the year. And I do a bunch of these live streams where I talk a bunch of shit to deadbeat teams like Tennessee. But, Wrongy Road! I make a reaction video at halftime when I'm streaming these games. So we got 2 minutes to go till halftime. So as soon as halftime hits, I will put this picture up on the screen right here that says watch with Lou, 5-minute break, whatever. I'll be back at the start of the third quarter. So I don't turn the stream off, but I just take like a 5 or 10 minute break, upload a reaction video to YouTube real quick, and then I'm back right on here before the kickoff of the third quarter. So just to let everybody know what the plan is here coming up at halftime. Spencer Rattler is showing out, says Traeger Gator. Yeah, you know how it is. You're a Gator fan, right? Tennessee made Anthony Richardson look like a Heisman winner, remember? Normally, Anthony Richardson can't hit the ocean from the beach. I mean, he sucks. Look at today, for example. He got humiliated by Vandy. But any quarterback that plays Tennessee looks like Joe Montana. So that's what's happening here. I don't think you're going to see Sports come up for a while. He disappears whenever Tennessee is losing. We've been through this before. You need the old ABC bumpers when you take a break. Ole Miss is being cheated. I'm not watching the game, so I can't really comment on that. They are losing 21-3, but I've got 3 games on. None of them are Ole Miss, so I don't know anything about them being cheated. I'll have to look into that, I guess. The more you know. Watching Uncle Lou's like an after-school special, ain't it? Pass complete for Tennessee up close to midfield and a first down. 1:29 now to go. They did get a first down, so that'll... Tennessee on the ground. Oh, had a hole, but he was tripped up at the last minute, or else he'd probably still be running. Could have been a huge play for Tennessee. Still a 5-6 yard gain. UCLA has scored. Hey, the UCLA Vols are winning.
UCLA Vols.
The UCLA Vols are beating the Trojans 7-0. Tennessee, man, it's time to get excited. This is what you need. You need Southern Cal to lose. The UCLA Vols are now up 7-0. Oh, shit. That doesn't matter because of this. I forgot. I forgot y'all were getting blown out by South Carolina. Never mind. It doesn't matter what the UCLA Vols do now. Shit, I forgot about that. Sorry about that. I get y'all hopes up for nothing. That's on me. I apologize. 1st and 10 for the Vols. 43 seconds to go. 1st and 10 on the 25. Hendon Ho back to throw. Caught at the 15. Looks like another first down. 35 seconds to go. South Carolina sitting back in this prevent defense have let Tennessee just go right down the field. 1st and 10. Incomplete pass. It's going to be 2nd and 10 with 26 seconds to go. Tennessee has the ball on about the 15 or so of South Carolina. Who got the ball first? I don't even remember. I think it was South Carolina, though, wasn't it? Didn't South Carolina get the ball to start? Does anybody remember? I'm trying to figure out who gets the ball in the third quarter. Tennessee gets the ball? Okay. This is a big possession for Tennessee then. If they can score here and score to start the third quarter, they're right back in the game. Jalen Hyatt with a catch down to the 8-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Clock running, 18 seconds. Looks like Tennessee is going to take their final timeout, and they do. So that's Tennessee's final timeout. So they either got to throw it into the end zone. Southern Cal just turned the ball over. In their own territory, I think, too. Yep, they sure did. UCLA is going to get the ball on that turnover after just scoring a touchdown. They're up 7-0. Let's see what happened here. Caleb Williams in a shotgun. Back to throw. Sits in the pocket and throws an interception right to what looks like a safety for UCLA. Caleb Williams, I guess, didn't see him, but threw it right to him. UCLA comes up with a huge turnover here. Up 7-0 and has the ball now deep in Southern Cal territory. TCU's not a contender for the national title. I mean, if they win, they're in the playoffs. They're not going to win the national title if that's what you mean, but if they win their next 2 games, they're in the playoffs. UCLA back to throw. Deep, wide open receiver. He walks into the end zone. Wow. UCLA is going to be up 14-0 in the first quarter with 1:47 to go. That's that Michael Ezeki. All right, 3rd and 2 for Tennessee on the 7-yard line. 18 seconds to go. Clock will stop briefly if they get a first down. It'll stop on an incomplete pass. Hendon Hooker's back to throw. Stands in the pocket. Fires. Tipped and then caught. Wow. What a break for Tennessee. A lot of times those tip balls get intercepted like that. This one was tipped and bounced right into the hands of Brew McCoy. Tennessee's going to end the first half on a high note with a touchdown and get the ball to start the second half. So could be a huge turning point in the game here. This could be a huge turning point in the game, but boy, did Tennessee avoid disaster there. Those tip balls almost always get picked off by the defense. This one landed right in the arms of Brew McCoy in the back of the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 11 plays, 75 yards, ends in a touchdown. Extra point is good, and it's now an 11-point game. South Carolina 35, Tennessee 24. South Carolina should be happy as hell to get to halftime up 11. I'm assuming we're going to see a kickoff and then a nothing play. Boy, that was close to being disaster for Tennessee right there. Look how close this is. Wow. Tennessee really caught a break there. Tennessee caught a break there. UCLA set to kick off now after that touchdown. Put them up by 2 scores, 14-0. Still a minute 47 to go in the first quarter. I'm going to be disappointed if that game ends up being a blowout. I thought that would be a good game, one way or the other. Georgia Tech beat North Carolina. That's bad for Clemson if that's true. Cam Smith limping to the locker room. That's not real good either. He's probably Carolina's best player. He's a cornerback, defensive back. Probably a first-round draft pick. Pooch kick down to the 10, return to the 15, the 20, the 25, out of bounds around the 30 with 6 seconds to go. I don't think we're going to see anything from Carolina here. I'd be absolutely shocked if we do. If you'd have told Carolina they're going to go to halftime up 11, They'd have taken you up on that offer. I'm pretty sure they're just going to try to take a knee and get out of here. Tennessee does get the ball to start the third quarter. Going to be very interesting. If Tennessee comes out in the third quarter and scores and makes it 35-31, pressure is going to be right back on South Carolina. Luke Walker, welfare check. He was in here earlier. Yeah, just a handoff here for Carolina. And that's going to take us to halftime. South Carolina 35, Tennessee 24. All right, remember, I'm going to make a video to upload to the channel. So 5 or 10 minute break. I'm not going to end the live stream. I'm just going to put this picture up and turn the sound off while I make a brief halftime video about the primetime games and get it uploaded. And then I will be right back on here live for the start of the third quarter of this South Carolina-Tennessee game. So you guys enjoy halftime, and I will see you in about 10 minutes. All right, ladies, gentlemen, and tards, we're back for the second half. Southern Cal scored while we were on break, so it's now 14-7, and they just hit a huge one right here down to the 30-yard line, it looks like. Streak route down the sideline. UCLA 14, Southern Cal 7. Oklahoma up 28-3 over Oklahoma State. What else? Arkansas all over Ole Miss. Missouri up over New Mexico State. LSU up 7-0, first quarter over UAB. Wake Forest losing to Syracuse. All right, first possession of the second half. Like we said, Tennessee gets the ball to start things off here. Chance to really turn the game around for Tennessee, scoring at the end of the first half, now getting the ball to start the second half. If they go down here and score here and make it a 4-point game, I feel like all the pressure gets put right back on South Carolina. Handoff here on 2nd and 4. Picks up a couple of yards. Going to be looking at a 3rd and 2 now for Tennessee. Jabari Small with the carry. On the ground on 3rd and 2. Picks up 4. Moves the chains for Tennessee up to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10. Tennessee hurries back to the line trying to trick South Carolina. Hendon Ho's back to throw now. Going deep. Turn around, DB. There you go. That's pass interference on number 4, to be honest. He pushed the South Carolina DB in the back. Tennessee lucky they didn't get called there. Watch number 4 push the Carolina player. Tennessee's lucky they didn't get a pass interference call there. 2nd and 10 now for Tennessee. All right, y'all ready for the second half? 2nd and 10, Tennessee. Hendon Ho running the option, pitches, has some room. Oh, running back falls down around the 41. Jabari Small again. Gets up limping too. This is definitely going to be a pass play here. It's not going to. They're not going to hand it to Jabari Small. He's got some kind of a limp going on after that play. Either going to be a Hendon Hooker run or a pass. Looks like. No, they took Jabari Small out of the game. They substituted. 3rd and 6. 3 wide up top, 1 to the bottom. Hendon Hooker back to throw. Carolina brings a blitz. Tennessee picks it up. Incomplete and nearly intercepted on a crossing route to the tight end. Huge defensive series to start the 3rd quarter for South Carolina for momentum purposes. I really think if Tennessee goes down and scores right there, South Carolina's in trouble. That's a big series for South Carolina's defense to get off the field first possession of the second half after Tennessee scored to end the first half there. Could have been a huge swing in the game had Tennessee gone down and scored there. 4th and 6, Tennessee lined up. They're going to kick it away. Kick hits at the 21. 9-iron shot. Rolls back to about the 23-yard line down to there. South Carolina will take over 1st and 10, their first possession of the second half. Hendon Hooker is garbage, says Sports Come Up. You're not going to get any argument from me, sir. John Hopeful looks like Bobby Hill from King of the Hill. Is that true? You know I've never seen an episode of King of the Hill. You haven't either? It might be because I'm a grown man and I don't watch cartoons. Yeah, I don't watch cartoons. 1st and 10 for Carolina. They're going to hand it off. Nowhere to go. Wow. Loss of 5 on the play. 2nd and 15 coming up inside the 20 now. Who you got, Ohio State or Michigan next week? I haven't decided yet. I got to see what's going on with Blake Corum. If Blake Corum can't play or isn't 100%, I don't think Michigan can win. So I don't know what an update we'll get about Blake Corum. They might try to keep that a secret this week, but complete underneath for maybe 3 or 4 yards, no more than that. It's going to be 3rd and long now for South Carolina. What's rarer, a Tennessee tackle for loss or a 10-pound gold nugget? There's been a lot of gold nuggets found over the years. Not very many Tennessee tackle for loss, I don't think. 3rd and 11 now for South Carolina. Brew McCoy getting some rib protection, it looks like. 3rd and 11, Rattler back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to take off running. He's not going to get anywhere close to a first down, though. Good defensive series for Tennessee there, too. So back-to-back punts here to start the 3rd quarter. Tennessee got the ball, punted it away. South Carolina unable to get anything going. They're going to have to punt it right back to Tennessee now. The first punt of the day for South Carolina. South Carolina had 5 possessions in the first half and scored 5 touchdowns. Nothing doing on this drive, though. They weren't even able to get a first down. 3 and out for South Carolina on their first possession of the second half. Uncle Lou, if USC and Tennessee lose, that would put Clemson and UNC in the conversation and sneak in the top 4. Didn't North Carolina lose, though? But it would put Clemson in there. Fielded at the 16 to the 20. Across the 25, tackled at the 26. Tennessee will take over 1st and 10 right there. 10:54 to go in the 3rd quarter. Each team's had 1 possession. Each team 1 punt. Lou, the uniforms are what's making us play so bad. Well, when you got a new uniform gimmick every single week, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. This week it's creamsicle helmets. You know, next week it'll be smoky turds or whatever it is y'all do. I don't even know. You know, the fans have to Google some kind of website that tells them what to wear based on what seat they're sitting in. It's just one gimmick after another at Tennessee. Starts with their offense and just trickles down from there, right down their leg actually. I don't watch cartoons, do I? That's right, Chris. I don't watch cartoons, buddy. Honestly, I think the last cartoon I watched, I'm not even kidding you, was Beavis and Butthead in high school.
Stop it, really?
Yeah, I think that was probably the last cartoon I watched. I never even watched The Simpsons. I'm not kidding. I never even watched The Simpsons, and that was like really popular when I was in middle school and through high school too, but I never watched The Simpsons, never watched King of the Hill. I did watch Beavis and Butthead a little. Did you watch Ren and Stimpy? Nope, never seen an episode of Ren and Stimpy. Never seen a single episode. Black Libertarian, thank you for the super chat. He says, go Jackets, baby. Look, that's a good win for Georgia Tech. Look, no one likes clowning Georgia Tech more than I do. And is North Carolina a great team? Probably not. But they were a top 15 team with 1 loss, and Georgia Tech beat them. That's a big deal for Georgia Tech, especially considering the fact that they're going to lose by 50 next week to Georgia. I'll be at the game next week, by the way. I am attending the Georgia Tech game next week. So, who's inviting me to the tailgate? Where's the tailgate at on Saturday? Tell Uncle Lou where to go. I need somewhere to go tailgate with somebody. I wonder how long it will be until Tennessee. Somebody email me about a tailgate. That's what I need. Email me. My email's in the description. CrazyUncleLou@gmail.com. Somebody email me about a tailgate for the Georgia Tech game next week. Arkansas is humiliating Ole Miss. Yes, they are. That's a fact. 35-6. Jesus. And it's only halftime. Wow. Game's in Athens. Yeah, I don't watch cartoons. Come to our tailgate right by the stadium. Well, you got to be more specific. There's a lot of places right by the stadium. I used to go right out in front of the psychology building. That's where I used to go all the time. But I don't know if they still do. I don't know if the people that used to do it there that I would go hang out with are still there or not.
I'm going to need to wear comfortable shoes. I have a feeling, right? Because we're probably going to be doing some walking.
There's a lot of walking, and everything's up and down a hill there.
Yeah, I
You
remember
that.
when we,
Yeah, everything's up and down a hill.
Noted.
What will happen if Tennessee loses? What do you mean what will happen? Well, their playoff chances would be dead. Other than that, That's all it would mean. UCLA has scored again. Hendon Ho back to throw on a comeback route. Dropped by Jalen Hyatt. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Yeah, UCLA has scored again. I think it's 21-10 now. UCLA up over Southern Cal. Tennessee dropping a lot of passes. Yeah, weird, isn't it? Is Bo Nix playing? I don't think Bo Nix is playing. That's why I picked Utah to win. If I thought Bo Nix was playing, I'd give Oregon. I think Oregon could win the game with Bo Nix. Without Bo Nix, I don't think Oregon can beat Utah. South Carolina ain't scaring me, says Georgia. Says what? Jared Gaming. Hendon Hooker overthrows the wide receiver by 35 yards. Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now. Yeah, UAB scored. LSU 14, UAB 7. LSU should win that game. UAB's had a disappointing year. UAB was good last year. Won 10-plus games. This year, UAB's like, I think, 5-5. They're just not very good this year. LSU should win that one, no problem. I know it's 14-7 now, but LSU wasn't great. They should be able to handle UAB. Hendon Hooker back to throw on 2nd and 10 over the middle. Caught. What a catch, too. Fingertip catch. Couldn't keep his balance and fell down afterwards, but a nice catch there by the receiver. Who's that? Keaton? 1st and 10 for Tennessee. They hurry up to the line. 3 wide. Now 4. They split the tight end out. 2 down bottom, 2 up top. Hendon Hooker in a shotgun. Snap. Back to throw on a play action. Going deep. Throws a moonshot. Incomplete pass. Intended for Cedric Tillman. Boy, Hendon Hooker threw that ball a mile up in the air. It was good coverage on the play. Incomplete pass. This is the first season I'm not worried about the Dogs winning the SEC and national championship. Yeah, the Georgians look like the best team over the course of the season. They haven't looked perfect every week, but nobody has. But I think over the course of the entire season so far, Georgia has looked like the best team. And everyone agrees that's why they're ranked number 1 in every single poll on earth. UJ should win it all. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, no, wide open. Tennessee touchdown. Tight end Fant streaking down the hash, right down the seam. That had to be a blown coverage or something. There was nobody. That looked like the Tennessee-Alabama game. Wow. Yeah, I think that number 31 didn't rotate. P. Williams, or whatever his name is, didn't rotate over the top is what it looked like. Blown coverage leads to a touchdown for Tennessee, and now we got us a game. 35 to 31. Extra point is good. South Carolina 35, Tennessee 31. Lou going to be making a halftime vid in the bathroom. What does that mean? Oh, at the Georgia game? No, I do it right in the stands. I do it right in the stands. Did Georgia Tech beating UNC eliminate Clemson? I don't think so. I mean, Clemson still needs a lot of help, right? They need somebody to lose. If TCU and Southern Cal went out, they're getting in. And then you have Georgia and probably Ohio State, right? So Clemson, even if they went out, wouldn't finish any higher than 5th unless TCU or Southern Cal loses a game. Where's my seat? Section 136. Section 136. How about Florida, Lou? What about them? They're not any good. Florida State fan. Florida State should beat them. Florida State, that game might get ugly. I think Florida State wins big. I think Florida State wins big in that one. How about Alabama? They could win the Citrus Bowl, depending on who they play. If Tennessee played Clemson, who would you pull for? Wouldn't pull for anybody. Wouldn't pull for anybody. I think that would be a good game. There are more people in this room than at the UCLA game. It sold out. The Southern Cal UCLA game sold out today. First sellout of the year. Southern Cal back to throw on 2nd and 10. Caleb Williams throws complete. Breaks a tackle across midfield to the 40, the 35, out of bounds inside the 30 at the 29. Huge play by Southern Cal there. They trail by 11. UCLA 21, Southern Cal 10. Huge play here, though, by Southern Cal. Receiver breaks a tackle after catching the ball on an out route, streaks down the sideline to around the 30, maybe the 29. Big play for Southern Cal. 1st and 10, Trojans. 3:14 to go until halftime in that one. Ohio State is soft. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I tend to pretty much agree with that. Lou going to be making some Disney dogs mad, screaming at Stetson. Well, it wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the first time the Disney dogs got mad at Uncle Lou. Tell you that. Meet you in Athens. I'll be there all day Saturday. I'll be up there about 7:30 in the morning on Saturday. Who do you think will win the Ohio State-Michigan game? Man, you're like the 100th person that's asked me that. I'll make a prediction video sometime next week, but if Blake Corum can play for Michigan, he got hurt today, Blake Corum, and he's their best player on their team. He had over 100 yards rushing just in the first half today. Got hurt, couldn't play in the second half. It's a knee injury. If he can't play, I don't think Michigan can win the game. I think Ohio State will win. Now, even if Blake Corum plays, Ohio State could still win. I just mean without Blake Corum, I don't see any way possible Michigan can win. So I got to get some updates to try to find out some information on Blake Corum before I make a prediction on that game this week. Lou, flip over the OU helmet. Any flipping of the helmets will be done on the Your Season Is Over video. I want to see Perkins play running back. Tennessee kicked the ball out of bounds on the kickoff because they're Tennessee. Let's talk about baseball. No, ain't got no interest in it. Flip the Texas helmet. Rewind the stream 15 seconds and listen to what I said about the helmets. Arkansas is on top of Ole Miss 35-6. Yeah, taking them to the woodshed. 21-10, UCLA up on Southern Cal. 2 minutes to go now till halftime. Southern Cal trying to cut into the lead here before the half. They trail by 11. 2nd and 1. South Carolina with a swing pass on 1st and 10 is going to pick up 7 or 8 yards before being pushed out of bounds. 2nd and 1 for Southern Cal on the UCLA 8-yard line. They're going to hand this one off untouched up the middle for a touchdown, and we've got a game in L.A. here. It's going to be 21-17, a 4-point game. Southern Cal and UCLA, 4-point game. South Carolina, Tard Man, 4-point game. Oklahoma beating the will to live out of Oklahoma State. That's what we got going on right now. Who will be favored, Ohio State or Michigan? Ohio State will be favored. Probably close to a touchdown, especially with the Blake Corum situation. If LSU loses their last game, who will lead the SEC West? LSU. LSU's already clinched the West. It doesn't matter if LSU wins or loses next week. They still win the West. Extra point good for Southern Cal. UCLA 21, Southern Cal 17. 1:42 to go in the second quarter. So coming up on halftime in that one out on the West Coast. Got Oregon and Utah coming up tonight at 10:30. That could be a good game too. But without Bo Nix, that game loses some excitement. But no Bo Nix equals a Utah win, in my opinion. If Bo Nix plays, I think Oregon can win. The Tards got their TV split screen right now, drooling for UCLA. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Tennessee fans are the biggest UCLA fans I've ever. Tennessee fans are bigger UCLA fans than UCLA fans are. And it's sad to see, but it's the reality that we're living in. Who you going for, Notre Dame or USC? I don't go for anybody other than Georgia. So I won't be rooting for or against either Notre Dame or USC. Tennessee will be rooting for Notre Dame. Tennessee fans will be rooting for Notre Dame. LV says, for Monkey. Where is Monk? She stayed out there, didn't she? We done wore her out. She's out sleeping on the couch out there now. She gets irritated with my yelling and stuff in here. You know what's sad? South Carolina has 3 of its top players on offense out. Well, it's week 12. Everybody's got injuries, so I don't really ever consider that any type of valid excuse for why you win or lose. It could affect whether you win or lose, but it's not an excuse. What's the holdup? Why does it seem like it's been 15 minutes since a play was ran in the South Carolina?
Injured South Carolina player.
Oh, okay. Were the Tennessee fans cheering the injury?
I couldn't tell.
Probably, though.
Probably.
They normally do.
Yeah.
Tennessee fans like to cheer when the other players get injured. Not going to lie, Reese Davis, the biggest South Carolina homer right now. Well, like everybody else, he's sick and tired of Tennessee fans. UCLA goes deep but incomplete. 2nd and 10 with 1:35 to go until halftime. But that's a big old dude right there for South Carolina. A big old joker. 14-10 LSU. Yeah. Spencer Rattler throws complete on 1st down for a gain of 11 before being slung out of bounds. Boy, Tennessee loves to run their fucking mouth, don't they? Tennessee runs their mouth after every fucking play. No wonder their fans are such jackasses that they get it right from their players. Is that targeting in the UCLA game? Probably. Yep. That looks like targeting to me. Do I think UAB will beat LSU? No. Damn, another 1st down for South Carolina. They are just eating this Tennessee secondary alive, which is easy to do, but it's just weird to see South Carolina do it because they're so terrible and Spencer Rattler's a disaster. But you just can't say it enough. Any quarterback in the country, if there was any team in the country that played Tennessee 12 times in a row, that was their schedule. They had to play Tennessee every week. Whoever that quarterback was on that other team would win the Heisman. There's just no question about it. They'd have 6,000 yards passing, 1,000 yards rushing, 60 touchdowns.
Oh, wow. They rolled that it wasn't targeting.
Yeah, no targeting in the Southern Cal game. They changed their mind. Second and 5 for South Carolina. A run up the middle goes nowhere. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now for South Carolina. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10 for UCLA. 1:23 to go till halftime. UCLA up by 4, 21-17 over Southern Cal. South Carolina's got another player down now. Second and 10 coming up for UCLA. 1:23 to go. Clock is stopped from the incomplete pass. DTR in a shotgun, back to throw. Looking, good protection. All day to throw. Intercepted.
Oh!
Intercepted. Return to the 35. Big play there. Southern Cal's got plenty of time, 1:15, and they're on the UCLA 35. DB jumped a route, intercepted it, scooted up the sideline about 10 or 15 yards before he was pushed out of bounds. Huge play. Big momentum shifter there. Southern Cal just scored to cut the lead, 21-17. Now they get the ball back on this turnover with just over a minute to go until halftime, and in great field position. Intercepted right at midfield. Look at him jump the route. I got a bad throw. Bad throw. Threw it inside the receiver. Wow. You got to throw that outside. Returned up to about the 35. Southern Cal's in business now. They can take the lead here heading into halftime. Boy, Tennessee man can't catch a break. Tennessee man cannot catch a break. Spencer Rattler throws complete inside the 20 for another first down. And look, again.
What is wrong with these two?
It's that same guy. It's that number 5. That number 5 for Tennessee is getting cooked like bacon on every fucking play. Look at this soft-ass coverage he's playing. Fucking 10-yard cushion. He gets burned and gives up a first down. Immediately gets up and starts talking shit to the guy. I hope somebody, well, I don't want to say that, but that number 5 is a fucking bitch for Tennessee. I'm gonna have to remember him. You might make him public enemy number 1. I hope he gets burned for a touchdown. That would make Uncle Lou happy there. Handoff on 1st and 10. Huge hole up to the 10. Number 5. Look at number 5 getting drugged down the field. Can't even tackle the man. Now run your fucking mouth again, you dipshit son of a bitch. Run your fucking mouth, cocksucker. Run your fucking mouth again after you just got ran over, dummy. You need to get your punk ass in the weight room, bitch. You need to get your weight up. Look at this number 5. He can't bring the guy down. Drags him 5 yards downfield. Run your mouth some more. Boy, his mouth is about the biggest muscle he's got. Look at this guy. You need to get your weight up, son. Quit skipping leg day, bitch. First and goal for the Gamecocks on the 3-yard line. Man in motion. Rattler under center. Jet sweep. Touchdown Gamecocks. 42 fucking points by South Carolina.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
I mean, that is just humiliating. Damn. I feel bad for Tennessee fans, man. I do. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you want to feel bad for them because they're like, what's that famous? Not Huckleberry Finn, not Gulliver's Travels. That other famous book. It's got all the crazy stories in it.
Tom Sawyer?
No. It's got that one story where that tribe of people have to wander through the desert for 40 years.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm talking about? Remember the guy dies whose mom was a virgin and all that? You don't remember?
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
Towards the end of the book, there's this kid, he's born, but his mother's a virgin. In the end, he dies, but comes back to life. But in the beginning of that book, in the beginning of that book, there's like this tribe that has to wander through the desert for 40. What book is that?
The Bible.
The Bible, not Huck Finn. That's what Tennessee fans are like. Wandering through the desert for 40 fucking years, waiting on their team to win more than 7 games in a season. They finally have a breakout year. They start 9-1 or whatever they are. Get their doo-doo pushed in by Georgia, but that's acceptable, right? Can't win their division, can't win the conference. Now they're getting blown out by a terrible South Carolina team. You want to feel sorry for them. They've been through so much. But then you read their comments in the comment section, and it's just, you know.
Yeah, they make it hard for you to feel sorry for them.
They really do.
Mm-hmm. And then you got players like number 5 on Tennessee that just, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they figured it out in the comment section way before you did.
Yeah.
They knew it was the Bible when I first started doing it.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the name of it. I was like, is it? It's not the Old Man in the Sea. Like I knew it wasn't that. I knew it was one of those like famous fairy tale books, but I couldn't remember which. I couldn't remember which one it was. Let's see. Lou, what has happened to Oklahoma State? I don't know, man. They're one of the hardest teams to figure out this year because they were red hot the first 5 or 6 weeks of the season, but lately they've just been horrible. I mean, it's not even like a thing where like their schedule just set up to where they had all their easy games first, so it looked like they were good. They were playing really good. I mean, they were ranked in the top 10 for a while. And it's not like they just had one bad game. They've just looked absolutely horrible now for 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row. It's hard to figure out how they got that bad that fast. They're down 28-3 now. What's up, Red Bull? Marcus Satterfield is an offensive genius, Uncle Lou. Everybody's an offensive genius when they're playing Tennessee, sir. Don't get too carried away. Don't get too carried away with that. How sorry am I feeling for old Rocky Top? I mean, I feel bad for their fans until I start reading comments on my channel, and then, sort of have to point and laugh. Michael Grubbs, thank you for the super chat. He says, as an A&M fan, I'm not used to seeing teams score over 20. Yeah, A&M's offense might be worse than South Carolina's. How many points do you think Texas A&M could score on Tennessee? I'm going to say 40. Probably 40. Not as many as South Carolina. South Carolina's liable to score 60. But I think A&M could probably score 40 on Tennessee. This is the most points South Carolina's ever scored against a top 5 team.
Wow.
Ever.
Really? That's interesting.
I'd like to add up how many points South Carolina has scored against Georgia in the last 3 years. In fact, I'm going to look it up right now. Let's see. This will just be for entertainment purposes only, of course. All right. So this year, South Carolina scored 7 against Georgia. In 2021, they scored 13. So we're up to 20 points now total in the last 2 years.
Okay.
2020, they scored 16. That's 36 points. Mm-hmm. So in the last 3 years, South Carolina has scored a total of 36 points against Georgia. They're currently sitting at 42. Oh. And what do you know? Jalen Hyatt can't catch. Biletnikoff Award winner, wannabe, Jalen Hyatt, has alligator arms and can't catch a football. LOL, Lou, someone in the chat is impersonating me. What do you mean? They're using the name Sports Come Up? Is that what you mean?
No, I saw that, but that Sports Come Up has a wrench. This other one doesn't, so that's weird.
UCLA is point shaving? What? Stop it. Is it still the first half? Is that another interception? What is happening? What is going on in this UCLA Southern Cal game? I missed. Did Southern Cal even score a touchdown? No. So Southern Cal intercepted it. Didn't get any points. Gave the ball back to UCLA. Now they just threw another interception? How did Southern Cal not score off the first intercept? Oh, they missed a field goal. Well, it doesn't matter. UCLA came back, gave the ball right back to them. 14 seconds, empty backfield. Caleb Williams looking, throws complete underneath, inside the 40, up to the 32, and steps out of bounds with 6 seconds to go at the 32. 4:20 to go. South Carolina 42, Tennessee 31. Zaire World, thank you for the super chat. He says, go Gators, but Lou, man, if y'all play how y'all did today against Kentucky, y'all going to lose to LSU. Yeah, that's fake news. That's fake news. What a day of college football, says the bet. Yeah, there's been those noon games run. The ending of that TCU game was unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Michigan game too, but particularly the TCU game was just one of the wildest endings I've seen in a long, long time.
All right, South Carolina getting sloppy now, getting some penalties.
Yeah, Zaire World. What if LSU plays Georgia like LSU's playing today? 14-10 over something called UAB. Here's a field goal attempt by Southern Cal is no good again. Nope, UCLA called a timeout, but the field goal would have been no good again. Short. James says, I'm still seeing other people using the Uncle Lou-isms. Again, I say, keep setting those trends. Yeah, well, when you spend as much time talking as I do, you're bound to come up with a thing or two every once in a while that catches on. But believe me, there's hundreds of thousands of things that I say that make no sense at all and never catch on. Honest opinion, Lou, do you think Dimbo Fisher will hire an OC? Yes, I do. All right, another field goal attempt for Southern Cal because of the timeout that was called. This one is aimed right down the middle, and he actually made that one. So we're going to go to halftime, 1-point game, UCLA 21, Southern Cal 20.
Man, that dude is short. That kicker.
Somebody said he's a midget, yeah. He is, look at him.
He's teeny.
If Stetson Bennett was a field goal kicker, that would have... First and 10 for Tennessee. They're down 11 in Carolina territory at the 38. Hendon Hooker batted down at the line of scrimmage, nearly intercepted by a defensive lineman, but falls incomplete. And South Carolina's got another player down, and he's grabbing his lower leg. And he's rolling around like he's in a lot of pain. Doesn't look good. Hopefully Bo Nix plays, says Royce. I hope so too, not because I'm rooting for Oregon to win, but when you see these big games, you want the best players to play. You know what I mean? And Bo Nix, look, I have been extremely hard on Bo Nix for 3 years because Georgia plays Auburn every year, and you know, so and we whipped him every time we played him. But there's no denying he has had an amazing year this year as the quarterback of Oregon. And it's just a shame to see somebody who's played that good all year have to miss. Last week he had to miss a lot of the fourth quarter. Now it looks like this week he might not get to play at all. I mean, it's you hate to see that in college. You hate to see anybody get injured, ever. But when it comes to these big games, you want people to, you want the stars to be playing, you know. North Carolina sucks, especially losing to Georgia Tech. Yeah, that defense let them down again. Defense let them down again. Uncle Lou is nervous to me. I'd look why would I be nervous? Georgia's not even playing. If you wanted to see nervous, you should have been on the Patreon stream at 3:30 during the Georgia game. That was nervous, Uncle Lou. Nothing that happens in any of these games affects me or Georgia at all, so I don't have any reason at all to be nervous about any of these games. Is Georgia Tech bowl eligible now, or do they need to win next week? Michael Hogg, just Google their record. If they have 6 wins, they're bowl eligible. If they have less than 6, they're not bowl eligible. You have to have 6 wins in college football to be bowl eligible. I'm pretty sure you know that. The SEC West winner is struggling against UAB. The West is trash. That's a fact. The West just isn't very good this year. And no matter how many times you type that the West has been better than the East 2 years ago or 3 years ago or 4 years ago, it doesn't change the fact that this year the East is better. It's just a fact. 3rd and 10 for the Tards on the Carolina 38. Hendon Hooker throws, slant, caught, tackled short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 2. But I don't. Are they going to call a horse collar on that? Because that was not a horse collar tackle. Oh. Wow, pass interference on the Tards, number 87, that tight end, Fant. That's going to back Tennessee up. Boy, Tillman is limping again. Oh, man, did you see his right leg? Watch his right leg get bent behind himself. See it? Fell right on his ankle.
I hate that.
Yeah. He's had a hurt ankle all year, too. I don't know if that's the ankle that's been bothering him already, but that's a dangerous play there when the guy lands on the back of your leg like that. 3rd and 25 for the Tards. They're backed up all the way to their own 47-yard line. 4 wide for Tennessee. Hendon Hooker looks over to the sideline for permission. Permission granted, and now he's ready to go. Back to throw. Good protection. Steps up in the pocket. Throws. Tipped and incomplete. Another flag down. Holding on Tennessee. They're going to decline that one. It's going to be 4th and a mile. Tard man's going to have to punt it away or either go for it in their own territory. Let's see what, we'll have to see what John Hopeful's silly little chart says to do here. Oh, yeah, definite holding. Look at that. Tackled the man. And you know what? 100% would have been a sack if not for the holding. So that's just something you have to call. You got to call that there. So Tard man going to have to punt it away on 4th and 25. Kick is away. This one's going to be out of bounds. Short kick. Not a good kick. Not a good kick at all. Probably going to be around the 30-yard line or so. Felix, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you for helping to support the show. He says, Lane Kiffin looks defeated on the sidelines. When you look, 42-6, one of two things is going on because Arkansas is not very good. Well, first of all, is KJ Jefferson playing? Can someone tell me? If KJ Jefferson isn't playing and they're still losing this bad, let's see. No, KJ Jefferson's playing. So, okay, so it's not as bad as if he wasn't playing. This tells me one of two things because Arkansas is not very good. Ole Miss is either in give-up mode because they had all their eggs, energy, and attention focused all year long on that Alabama game last week that they lost in heartbreaking fashion at the end. Or there's a lot of truth to this Lane Kiffin to Auburn situation, and the team has just said, well, fuck it. If the coach is leaving, what do we care? One of those two things is going on for Ole Miss to be getting beat this bad. There's been Michael, thank you for the super chat. Has there been an incompletion yet where the yard receiver didn't beg for pass interference? You see that all the time in college football now, don't you? It's almost like they teach that. If it's incomplete, get up right away and look at the ref and beg for a pass interference call. Yeah, it seems like you see that all the time. Do you like J.J. Jefferson? J.J., you mean K.J. Jefferson? I like K.J. Jefferson. He's fun to watch. J.J. Jefferson, I don't know if you were getting confused between that show, The Jeffersons, and Good Times. The Jeffersons had the Jeffersons on it. Good Times had J.J. Kid Dynamite. A Kid Dynamite. But no, K.J. Jefferson plays quarterback for Arkansas, though. Yep. I do like K.J. Jefferson. He reminds me of nothing against K.J. Jefferson. He's a great player. He reminds me of a less talented Cam Newton. Same style. Same style of player. Same build, too. Big body, big guy. Uncle Lou, chances of Lane Kiffin going to Auburn, I think, are pretty good. Over 50%. Over 50%. Over 50%, I think. Kid Dynamite. These people are watching going, what the fuck is Good Times and who the hell is JJ? They don't know who JJ Walker is. JJ, y'all don't know who JJ Walker is? Who was JJ Walker's sister?
I don't know.
Oh my God, Janet Jackson.
Really?
Why would I make it
No,
up?
I believe you.
You've never seen Good Times?
I've never seen Good Times.
Get out. I'm just kidding.
I've never seen Good Times.
2nd and 11 for South Carolina. Spencer Rattler steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle, caught for a first down and then some. Inside the 40, tackled at the 35. Another huge passing play for South Carolina. Tennessee's defense is just ridiculously bad. Yeah, her name was Penny. Bad dog, these young bucks don't know nothing about it. Huh? These young bucks don't know nothing about it, bad dog. They still wet behind the ears talking about they don't even know what Good Times is. I know you don't know what Good Times is. I do. They don't know nothing about it. They in here talking about King of the Hill and shit, man. You see what these people watch, man. I don't even know what these people are doing. They in here talking about King of the Hill and the Simpsons and shit. I don't watch cartoons, man. I don't watch cartoons. I watch Good Times, The Jeffersons, All in the Family, Gilligan Island, Tool Time. I like Tool Time.
I did watch that.
Roseanne. You know what? I don't put meat in my chili. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I don't put meat in my chili. And I like Golden Girls.
You tell them, babe.
Type about it. I don't give a shit. I like Golden Girls. I think it's a good show. And I don't know why y'all pretend like you don't. You run around, oh my God, Uncle Lou watched Golden Girls. I would never watch Golden Girls. You a damn lie. You've been running around worshiping Betty White for your entire life. Why? Golden Girls. Golden Girls is a good show. I don't care. I think it's a good show. The original Roseanne was good too.
Yes.
The new one was trash, but the original one was good until they won the lottery. That was dumb. That never should have happened. Remember when they won the lottery at the end? The whole point of Roseanne was that they were just like you. Mm-hmm. They lived in some beat-down house and ate wish sandwiches, and their kids got in trouble at school, and they smoked weed when they weren't supposed to. All these other shows like Cosby and that, they live in these big houses and live perfect lives, and their parent, one's a doctor, one's a psychiatrist. You know, they light $5 bills on fire for fun, shit like that. Roseanne was a real-life fucking show. Yep. Roseanne was real. I liked it, Roseanne. And then they won the goddamn lottery. That made it not real.
Yep, I agree.
James says, please tell me you saw the A&M bleachers today. Did South Carolina just pick up a first down on like 3rd and 50? Boy, this Tennessee defense ought to be ashamed of himself. Spencer Rattler working on his 2023 Heisman campaign reel. Yeah, that's right, Dale. Golf Week, thank you for the super chat, too. Says, Lou, driving 2 hours to the Florida State game Friday. Why? I don't know. Moving on up to the Upper East Side. Yeah. I'll tell you something. What does it say? How's it go? What is it? How's the damn song go? Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Bean don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. You don't know nothing about that?
I've never seen it.
You don't know that song, though?
I know the song, yes.
Fish don't fry in the kitchen. The beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Man, that's back when TV was watchable. But thank you, Golf Week. I think Florida State's going to roll in that game, but be a good one to be at, though. And rivalry games are fun to go to. Speedy Rogue, thank you for the super chat. Tennessee needs to start a GoFundMe to help their defense. What they need to do is learn how to recruit. That's what they need to do. Tennessee needs to learn that football is played on 2 different sides of the ball, not just one. I don't understand a team. Well, I guess I do understand it. Can somebody remind me where did John Hopeful play his college ball at? Now I get it. See, He played at Oklahoma. Well, what's Oklahoma known for recently? Only playing football on one side of the ball. And how's that worked out for them? Not very good. Now, they got some conference titles because they play in the Big 12, but Tennessee's finding out that doesn't work in the SEC. You got to play football on both sides of the ball. Nobody gives a shit how good your offense is when you're giving up 60 points to South Carolina. It's a gimmick offense. That's all it is. It's a gimmick offense. If they can't catch the defense off guard and not ready, or a defensive back that's still on the ground and hadn't got up, then they can't do shit. They can't line up and beat you one-on-one. They don't have the talent. It's backyard football. It's drawing shit up in the dirt. They admitted it. It's 11 plays.
Yep, you're right.
If you weren't in here earlier, they did a whole segment on TV about the wristbands that the Tennessee wide receivers wear and how they run the plays so quick. As soon as the play is over, some deity on Tennessee's sideline gives them one of these. The receiver looks at their wristband. There's 11 plays on it. 11. I told you 3 weeks ago you can fit Tennessee's playbook on the back of this.
You did. I remember.
I can write 11 plays on here. If you don't believe, I can fit 11 plays on here. And I told you, Tennessee's playbook is a gimmick. It fits on the back of this coaster. Now today, Tennessee comes out and admits it. We have 11 plays. 11. Tennessee is a disaster. And next year, they're lucky to be 8-4. Hendon Hooker's leaving. Joe Milton's there. It's just a gimmick offense. Jalen Highlight can't wait to get out of Knoxville. USC is overrated. Are they? They came back. It's a 1-point game at halftime. I don't know. That looks like a pretty good game to me. South Carolina running people over. Please tell me that's number 5 again. No, it's not. Jesus, they dragging number 1 down the field that time. Boy, these Tennessee people need to get their weight up. Wow. South Carolina putting on a clinic. Lou, what about Sark at Texas? Been disappointing this year. No real other way to describe it. I mean, congratulations for beating Kansas today, but it's still a disappointing year again for Texas this year. LV, thank you for the super chat. Great play-by-play, Lou. You should stream the U.S. men's national team game on Monday. I can't stream the game on Monday because me and my son are going somewhere to watch the game on Monday. My son is a huge soccer fan. And so we've had plans for a while. We're going somewhere to watch the game on Monday. But I am streaming some World Cup games, 100%. Might be during the week. It might be announced ahead of time. It might not. I don't know. But I'm 100% streaming some World Cup games. Some U.S. games and some other games, too. I love the World Cup. I know it's not for everybody. And for those of you that don't want to watch it, that's fine. You don't have to watch it. But I'm not a huge soccer fan, but I do love the World Cup. It's exciting to me. So I will be live streaming several World Cup games over the next month or so, duration of the World Cup. First and goal for South Carolina. Down to the 5. Second and goal now from the 5. There's liable to be a fight in this game.
I'm telling you.
If
these Tennessee players,
if it gets late in the fourth quarter and it's clear that Tennessee is not going to win, I would not be surprised to see some sort of fight break out in this game because Tennessee, man, just doesn't like getting humiliated, and that's what's happening. Here's number 5 down here on the bottom. Let's all put our hands together and hope that he's the one that gets burned here. Let's just hope that this number 5 gets burned here. I can't stand this jamoke, this Johnny-come-lately. They're running it right at him. Jesus, they didn't have no blockers over there. They lost about 5 yards. I don't know what was going on there. That play looked like a mess from the beginning, how they were moving pieces around. James says, I'm from Columbia. There's a river for goalposts. Yeah. What is it? Was it Bush River or what river is it that runs up there near the stadium? Isn't it Bush River? AJ, I'm not even reading that because the first 5 words or whatever it is say Tennessee can still make the playoffs if they lose. I'm not even reading the rest of that. No, they can't. They barely had a chance if they went out. They lose, it's over. I'm not even reading the rest of that dribble. Thank you for the super chat, but whatever you said after that can't possibly make any sense at all. Tennessee's not making the playoffs if they lose to South Carolina. Sorry, not happening. Honey says, sorry, Thelma was JJ's sister. Janet was the neighbor's adopted daughter. You know what? You might be right. Michael says, what about Maud? Yeah, true. Maud. Is this a penalty on number 5? Is that a penalty on number 5? Say it ain't so. No, I think it was on number 9. Would have been a lot cooler if it was on number 5.
Been a lot cooler.
Yeah. What is number 5's name so I can make fun of him on video? Do you know?
I don't know.
Can somebody tell me what number 5's name is for Tennessee in the comments section? I know there's some butt chuggers still in here. Can one of y'all tell me who's number 5? What's his name? Tennessee's best sport is mental gymnastics. Well, that's their fans are all about the mental gymnastics. Kamala Hadden? What? What is he related to the vice president? Kamala Hadden. Wow. Spencer Rattler, incomplete on 2nd and goal. Here comes another flag. There we go. That one's on Kamala Harris. Pass interference on Kamala Harris.
There you go.
You see that? Number 5? Unless they're going to call it on offense. Number 5.
Number 5.
Pass interference on Kamala.
Number 5. That's what you get.
Yeah, maybe do a little less running your fucking mouth and a little bit more learning how to play football. Fucking jobber. Rattler rolling out on 1st and goal. Looks like he wants to take off running. Now he throws. Touchdown wide open. The route is on. This game's over. I hate to tell you, Tennessee fans, y'all aren't winning. That's it. This game's over. Tennessee's not coming back and winning this game. That's it right there. Game over. Congratulations to South Carolina on a huge win over Tennessee. Congratulations to Tennessee for hiding on the internet for 2 weeks now. We won't see none of these. These Tennessee people are gone with the win. You might as well forget it. You won't be able to find a Tennessee fan on my Your Season is Over video tomorrow. You won't be able to find a Tennessee fan with a map and a telescope. I'm dead serious. If I gave you a week, a map, and a telescope, you won't be able to find one Tennessee fan tomorrow on my Your Season is Over video. You won't see one. Hunter says, let's repeat. Better next year, Tennessee. Yeah, well. That's the Tennessee mantra right there. Did number 5 just get eaten alive? He sure did. That was a touchdown scored right in front of number 5. Good job, Kamala Harris. Did number 5 sleep his way to the top too? Did number 5 sleep his way to the top as well? That's what I heard about Kamala Harris. I don't know if it's true. It's just internet innuendo. I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee fan here. Our secondary is trash. Playoffs are over. Yep, you'll figure it out, or John Hopeful will figure it out eventually. But football is played on 2 sides of the ball, not one. Did you see that Corm's knee is okay? Nothing torn or broken. Well, that's good, but still, even an MCL sprain is something that could slow him down for a while. But I hope he's good to go, because that'll be a great game next week. Sprite Man, thank you for the super chat. Dylan Gabriel looking like a Heisman character, says some random Oak State fan who's been drinking behind me in the stands. Oh, that's right. You're at the game. You're at the Bedlam game, aren't you? Are people still there? If so, why? Dale Dawson, thank you for the super chat. He says, now Tennessee man can go hide under the Appalachians for the next 24 years. Dang. 24 years? Wow. Do you think FSU gets into a New Year's Six bowl? No, I don't. Probably not. They could, but we'll see. What are they? 8-3. Beat Florida, they'll be 9-3. If Clemson doesn't get into the playoffs, I would assume Clemson would be the first ACC team that gets a bid. Probably North Carolina after that. Will Nance says, can't wait to see Talking Vols make excuses for UT. Yeah, if you want to get blocked, go over there they're doing a post-game show like they normally do, I'm sure. They usually do a live show after every game. If you want to get blocked, go over there and type 1998 or type the final score of this South Carolina game, and they'll immediately block you and put you in timeout. It's the softest channel in the history of the internet, that Talking Vols. Ran their mouth for weeks, asking me to come on the show for weeks. I finally come on their little show the week before the Tennessee game. I kept it cordial because the guy asked me to in the email. He said, please keep it friendly. This isn't a trash talk channel, blah, blah, blah. I said, fine. I'll behave myself. I go in there, I behave myself. Let them run their mouth for 2 weeks. Georgia beats the life out of them. They go live after the game and blocked and timed out every single Georgia fan in the comments section. They're softer than baby poop. I unsubscribed right then and there, and I hadn't been back, and I won't go back. I think General Voltard probably wishes he'd stayed dead. Dang.
Wow.
That's pretty bad. So you'd rather be dead than be a Tennessee fan, what you're saying. Wow. Hard to argue with that. Hard to argue with that. Is Ohio State better than Michigan? We'll find out in 7 days. Kickoff fielded by Tennessee around the 15, returns it to the 18. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Looks like everybody in the top 10 is going to win. Except Tennessee.
Except Tennessee.
Jeez. Except Tennessee.
God.
What a disaster Tennessee is. Is 90 Proof for Luther still around? Of course he is. He's awfully depressed, though. He's not looking forward to that Citrus Bowl Bama's headed to. You know what this means? Tennessee's going to the Sugar Bowl, not Bama.
Number 5 faking an injury?
He better not be faking no injury. Oh, yeah, he looks like he's really hurt, actually.
No, he does.
It looked like he was either screaming or crying. I'm not going to... I still think he acted like an idiot for the majority of the game, but I'm not about to make fun of somebody's injury. Oh, that's Hendon Hooker. That's Hendon Hooker.
Is it?
Yeah, because Tennessee's on offense, not defense.
I swear I said number 5 on his
Yeah,
jersey.
yeah.
Oh.
You can have the same number as long as you play opposite.
Well,
Play
shit.
opposite. Yeah, that's Hendon Hooker. That's not good.
That is
That's not good. Now you already know what the Tennessee fans are going to say now, though. They only lost because Hendon Hooker got injured. Never mind, you were getting your soul sucked out of you before. I didn't even see the play, so
Yeah, I missed it.
I didn't even see what happened. Was it a leg injury? Or it looked bad. It looked like he was screaming when he was on the ground. It didn't look good. I don't know. I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. But no, this will not be why Tennessee loses. I mean, they're down by 18 points.
Ooh, people are saying it looked bad. ACL.
Knee gave out. Uh-oh. Well, maybe he just hyperextended it or sprained it. Hopefully nothing's torn. Well, the game was over when South Carolina scored that last touchdown. I even announced it ahead of time, but the game was over at that point. Am I going to be in again? In what again? No, Tennessee will be in the Sugar Bowl. Tennessee will go to the Sugar Bowl. One other SEC team may go to the Orange Bowl. Could be Bama. Could be, well, it'll probably be Bama. Slim Shady says, today might not have gone my way, but I had the salty tears of the Voltard, Tard Heel, and the Florida man to comfort me and keep me warm. I'm sure y'all had a great time, Slim. I can't wait to hear some stories next week on the live shows. Yeah, I'm sure y'all had a great time. Is G White around? That's a dumb question, Alan. Of course he's not. Two-loss college football team this year, Lou? No. I mean, right now it's Georgia, the winner of the Ohio State-Michigan game, TCU. And if Southern Cal wins out, it would be Southern Cal. If Clemson wins out, it would be Clemson. After that, it would probably be the loser of the Michigan-Ohio State game, which would be a one-loss team. Lou, we 100% would have come back if he didn't get hurt. Yep. He was going to start playing defense halfway through the fourth quarter and save the day. Hope Hendon's going to be okay. That looked awful. Damn. South Carolina's fixing to put a 50-burger on the board. South Carolina's got the ball. Now they're fixing to score. They're going to score again. You know what? South Carolina should run the score up. Because that's what Tennessee did last week. I hope South Carolina scores 3 more touchdowns on y'all after what y'all did to Mizzou last week. Tennessee was beating Missouri by 40 points and was throwing 40-yard bombs with 30 seconds to go in the game and calling timeouts with 30 seconds to go in the game so they could score 1 more touchdown against Mizzou at the very end and make it a 45-point game instead of a 40. I hope South Carolina does the same thing to Tennessee. I hope South Carolina runs the score up. I hope South Carolina scores 3 more touchdowns in this game. 1st and 10, South Carolina on the 17. Hitch pass caught up the sideline. Wow. Number 5 again. That guy, number 5 might be the worst football player in America.
I mean, that's excessive.
What's his name, Kamala? He might be the worst football player. Look at John Hopeful crying on the sideline. Kamala, that number 5 for Tennessee on defense, might be the worst football player in America. 2nd and 2 now for South Carolina inside the 10, 5-yard line, whatever it is. I hope Carolina scores 2 or 3 more times. I really do. Just run the score up like Tennessee tried to do last week on Missouri. 2nd and 2, shotgun for Spencer Rattler. Handoff up to Gut this time. 1st down inside the 5 to the 2 or 3 yard line. 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Carolina. Looks like John Hopeful is finding out the hard way. Football is played on 2 sides of the ball. It's not just an offensive game. Your defense is fucking pathetic. It's one of the worst in the country. You're getting ran out of the building by something called South Carolina, who's absolute. This same South Carolina team scored 6 points against Florida last week. 6. Now look, about to put up a 50-burger on Fat Boy over there. He looks like the Shoney's mascot. Big Boy, is that his name? He looks like Big Boy outside the Shoney's. Almost 1,000 people in here to watch Tennessee lose. That's amazing. We're going to owe South Carolina a thank you, too. This will be the end of Tennessee fans on the internet until the offseason. They're going to do like they've done every year since YouTube was invented now and disappear until the offseason. Will Nance says, I hope number 5 for UT has his own segment on your season is over. He should. The defensive player, not Hendon Hooker. We're talking about the defensive back for Tennessee. He's the worst player in America. He gets burned. Every time you turn around, he's getting burned for 10 or 12 yards and drugged down the field and then gets up and runs his friggin' mouth. Wildcat, touchdown, Carolina. And the good news is there's still 9.5 minutes to go.
Yep.
Carolina can score 2 or 3 more times against this garbage can defense called Tennessee. Yeah, y'all hit the like button. Hit that thumbs up.
I can't wait to hear what the excuses are going to be for this game.
Oh, they'll have a million excuses.
Oh, man, a million of them.
G. White said they lost to Georgia on purpose. That's too bad because had they beat Georgia, this loss wouldn't matter. If Tennessee would have beat Georgia, this loss wouldn't matter. Tennessee would still be going to the SEC title game and still have a shot at the playoffs if they would have won. But instead, according to Tennessee man G. White, Tennessee purposely lost to Georgia because they knew they were going to win out and they wanted to skip the SEC title game and go straight to the playoffs. Instead, they come out here, they lose to the Shamecock. Turns out, I guess they should have beat Georgia. Then this game wouldn't have mattered. But again, that guy's completely football ignorant, doesn't understand how anything works. And believe me, you won't see or hear from him for a while. Munkin's Headset, thank you for the super chat. He says, I wonder how them talking Vols pansies are right now. I would have no way of knowing because that's the softest channel on the internet. They blocked and timed out every Georgia fan that went over there after the Georgia-Tennessee game, so I unsubscribed. I haven't been back, and I won't ever go back. Chris, thank you for the super chat. He says, hashtag champions of life. Yeah, boy, Tennessee's got 5-star hearts, don't they? A lot of mental reps they got in today, too. Brick by brick. Brick by brick. Texas football, thank you for the super chat. Jim Earl, thank you for the super chat. He said, big that Chumley got Hooker and Kamala on one team. Yeah, weird how that worked out. Isn't it? Weird how that worked out. Man, hate to see Tennessee get blown out like this. I'm just kidding. I love to see it. I'm not going to lie. I think it's fucking hilarious. South Carolina winning this game is going to cost me money. I had a preseason bet that South Carolina would only win 6 games this year. I thought it was money in the bank. I thought Tennessee would roll, and then South Carolina would lose to Clemson next week, and I'd be good to go. South Carolina would only have 6 wins. I had South Carolina 6 wins or less. I'm more than happy to lose that bet to watch Tennessee get ran out of the building here. Tennessee is getting absolutely humiliated. Who did I lose that bet to? Let's see who made that bet.
Big Two?
Nope. Caleb.
Oh.
$100. I'll be glad to lose that. Glad to lose that. Here's another one. Florida State to win 8 games or more. They've already done that, hadn't they? There's another bet I lost. I'm perfectly fine with that one, too. What else is on here? Did Texas play Oklahoma State yet? That one's on here, too. I lost a bet on the Georgia game today, too. Glad to lose that money, too. What else? I won that one. I think that's it. Best money I ever lost watching Tennessee get ran out of the building here. I still want Carolina to score another couple of touchdowns and just run this thing up. Run this thing up. Tennessee plays Vandy next week. Carolina set to kick off here. 9.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. South Carolina 56. Tennessee 31. Hendon Hooker got hurt on Tennessee's last possession. Kickoff returned out to the 26-yard line, 27-yard line. Joe Milton takes over at QB for Tennessee now. Bo Nix. Game time decision, it says. They got Bo Nix fully dressed. He's out here warming up, but it says game time decision. So we'll see what happens there. But I think Oregon's got a chance to beat Utah if Bo Nix can play and play well, play at 100%. Without Bo Nix, I think Utah would beat Oregon. Utah could beat Oregon even if Bo Nix plays, but I feel like Oregon needs Bo Nix to even have a chance. 1st and 10, Joe Milton back to throw. Over the middle, complete. Gains about 15 on 1st and 10. Clock ticking down. 9:11 to go in the fourth now. South Carolina up 25, 56-31. Tennessee hurries back to the line. They're going to drop back and throw. Joe Milton gets rid of it. Caught up close to midfield. Gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. It's going to be second and short now for Tennessee. Harry Vall says, basketball skew. Well, your basketball team lost to Colorado last week, so we have to move on to something else, I guess. South Carolina helmet on top of Tennessee till next year? I don't know about that. We'll see. Justin Mulligan, thank you for the super chat. He says, from a lifelong fan, a South Carolina fan since I was born in 1994 to cover your loss. Thank you, Justin. Hoghead, thank you for the super chat. He says, Lou, South Carolina's going to cover the 22-point spread the other way. Oh, wow. Yeah, they scored touchdowns on 8 of their 9 possessions. Yeah, that's a fact. Joe Milton back to throw on 3rd and 3. Looking, scrambling around, going deep. Covered. Could be an interception. Oh, wow. Almost caught. Flag down on the play. We'll see what that is. Greatest Ever says, Lou, your 9-3 prediction about Tennessee might come true, just different teams. I don't think they're going to lose to Vandy. Yeah, I did have Tennessee at 9-3, but I don't think they're going to lose to Vandy. Mark Salyers, thank you for the super chat. He says, I hope Lou destroys Tennessee so we don't have to hear from the bandwagon fans. Go Vols. I can promise you I will do my duty on the your season is over video tomorrow. You don't even have to worry about it. You have my word that a significant portion of the your season over video is going to be dedicated to Tennessee. I 100% can guarantee you that. Bad Dog, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, I don't have a rooting interest in this game, but damn if Lou ain't got me hating the Voltard, man. Yeah. Joe Milton takes off running on 1st and 10, up close to a first down. Going to be about a yard short. James, thank you for the super chat. He says, tell me you remember Will Muschamp at Florida in his post-game interview saying how happy he was to see all the Tennessee fans coming out to get disappointed. Yeah, I do remember that. 8 minutes to go. Tennessee on the Carolina 22, 1st and 10. Joe Milton in the pocket, throws deep into the end zone, over the head of Cedric Tillman, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Tillman was open in the end zone. Marie Just Me, thank you for the super chat. Says, Lou, please make your Tennessee Your Season is Over last forever. This is for BA's sock collection.
Oh, well, thank you.
Michael, thank you for the super chat. He says, will the mustard bottle be back? You know what? We might have to work something out with that. We might. It's a good thing this game isn't in Knoxville, or the field would already be littered with trash and mustard bottles. You know, those classless fans, they can't stand to lose. They've been littered that field already. Second and 10. Southern Cal 27, UCLA 24. So Southern Cal has their first lead of the game. 8:11 to go in the third quarter. Tennessee fans can stop cheering for UCLA now. Doesn't matter anymore. Oh, hey, Monk. How you been?
She had to come see what all the excitement was about.
Wait till the offseason where Tennessee fans say that Milton for Heisman. Oh, it's coming. They're going 15-0. Joe Milton's winning the Heisman, the whole deal. They're going to have a defense next year, the whole thing. Same thing Oklahoma fans said every offseason for 4 and 5 years. South Carolina tore up the hedges a few years back. Classless. Yeah, I remember that. Uh-oh. UCLA just fumbled. Southern Cal's got it. We'll have to see if the quarterback was down, but it looks like a fumble. It's been called a fumble on the field. Southern Cal, who just scored to take a lead 27-24, forces another turnover deep in UCLA territory. And if this fumble stands, Southern Cal is going to be in prime position to extend this lead. They're reviewing the last play in the Tennessee game. That's what's taken so long here. They're reviewing the previous play. Will the mustard bottle be back? We'll see. Thank you, Michael, for the super chat. I'm ready to get blocked at the Talking Vols channel. It won't take long. Texas helmet finally turning right side up blue. That's right, Agent Z. Tomorrow on the Your Season Is Over video, we will ceremonially turn the Texas helmet for the first time in a year the right way. Yeah, Arkansas is taking Ole Miss to the... they're beating the soul out of them. 2nd and 10 for Tennessee. Quarterback draw. Joe Milton up to gut. Picks up 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 2 coming up for Tennessee. They are reviewing that fumble in the Southern Cal game, so let me take a look at the replay. It's close, but it's probably going to stand as a fumble. 3rd and 2, Tennessee picks up maybe a yard, but that's it. It's going to be 4th down. Tennessee, of course, is going to go for it. That's what the chart says to do. Trojans going to the playoffs. If they win out, they are. A tough game next week against Notre Dame. Wow. Tennessee went for it on 4th and 1 and lost about 6 yards. God, did you see him push that running back down? He didn't even tackle him. He pushed him like a rag doll. Watch this. Son. Sit down, bitch. Get your weight up, man. What are you doing? Get in the weight room, my dude. This guy throwing you around like Raggedy Ann over here. Look at John Hopeful. John Hopeful ain't got no hope, I don't think. Lee, John Hopeful, what are you doing, man? 1st and 10 for the Shamecock. On the ground now. Up to the 24. Yeah, Tennessee mad. Look at them. Tennessee's going to get called for something's going to happen here. Tennessee has been acting this way all game. Late hits, talking, pushing people late, running their... I've never seen a situation...
Oh, yeah, well, I don't blame Carolina.
I've never... Number 5 again. I've never seen a situation over and over and over again where a player gets beat on defense over and over, and every single time gets up and starts talking shit about it. And it happens over and over with Tennessee. The way Tennessee's defense talks, you would think it was a good defense, but it's not. It's the worst defense on the planet, but they talk like they're the 85 Bears. 2nd and 4 for Carolina. Right up the gut. Gains 8 yards. Pushing Tennessee around like they're on roller skates. Is Shane Beamer going to cry again? Y'all think in the post-game interview like he did against Kentucky or Texas A&M or whoever it was? I have a feeling he probably is. 1998, yes, sir. It's going to live forever. It's going to live forever. JCEE sent a Cash App. He says, Hypo looks like the Michelin Man with the fat tires around him. He's a big old boy, that John Hopeful. Rattler throws complete out in the flat on 2nd and 10. Picks up 5 or 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 for South Carolina. Yeah, every play. Every play, somebody on Tennessee's got something to say. South Carolina ought to just start pointing at the scoreboard every time they run their mouth. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but what about that, dummy? Yeah. How is a defense do you give up 56 points, but in the 4th quarter you're running your mouth? What are you possibly running your mouth about?
I know.
What could you possibly have to say? 3rd and 4 for Carolina. Rattler back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, takes off running, picks up the first down, and then slides. 1st and 10, Carolina near the 45. Come on, South Carolina. Score again and run this thing up. It's number 5 again. Vandy Dandy says, nobody will remember Vandy beat Florida. Yes, they will. I will make sure people remember that, Vandy Dandy. Don't worry. I've been on that already today. Don't you worry. I'm not going to let people forget that. 1st and 10 for Carolina. Rattler's under center this time. Play action pass. Rattler going deep. Yes, I love this shit. Please catch it. He caught it. He caught it. Run the damn score up on these tards like they tried to do to Missouri last week. How's this feel, Tennessee, man?
What a catch.
Tennessee tried to run the score up on Missouri to impress the playoff committee. I'm dead. I'm dead as fuck. Tennessee tried to run the score up on Mizzou last week to impress the playoff committee. Now South Carolina's out here throwing 40-yard bombs on them while they're up 4 scores. They're up 25 points. That's 4 scores. They're up 4 scores and they're rubbing it in. Go get them, Carolina. Fuck them. Fuck them. They thought it was funny last week when they did it. Run this shit up. Let's go. Marie says, yeah, make it hurt. Another one bites the dust. Fuck them. Fuck them. Run the damn thing up. Tennessee, man, thought it was hilarious last week to run the score up on Mizzou so they could impress the playoff committee. South Carolina's running the score up just because they fucking want to.
That's right.
Pass complete out in the flat. Down to the 15. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now for South Carolina. Andrew says, definitely an unforgotten Beamer interview incoming. Unforgettable Beamer interview. Yeah, no doubt. My boss is a Voltard, and I can't wait to bring this up at 5 in the morning tomorrow. Go Cons.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, get his day off on the right foot by reminding him how irrelevant Tennessee is. 3rd and 5. South Carolina on the 15. 2 minutes to go. Center snapped the ball, but nobody was ready. Ethan, I missed your super chat from earlier. I'm sorry about that. He says, what happened to the Voltars? They keep telling me they're going to make the playoffs and beat Ohio State. That's a shame. I was looking forward to that. Yeah, well, as far as Tennessee making the playoffs or beating anybody in the playoffs, you have to have an awful lot of patience because that's not liable to happen for another 30 or 40 years. Yep. Dylan says Notre Dame game in California. Okay. Agent Z says Texas home. Yeah, okay, we read that one. All right. Yeah, thank you guys for the super chats. I really appreciate you helping to support the show and the channel. It means a lot. Spencer Rattler back to throw on 3rd and 10. Complete over the middle. 10, 5. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Yeah.
Run that motherfucking score up. Run that sumbitch up. They have doubled up Tennessee. This is going to be 63? 63 to 31 or whatever the fuck. They've doubled them up. This is the funniest fucking thing I've seen all year. Tennessee running the goddamn score up on Mizzou last week. Scoring touchdowns with under a minute. Tennessee was up by 30 points and was purposely scoring touchdowns with under a minute to go to impress the playoff committee. Now look, a bunch of damn dummies. I hope Tennessee fumbles the kickoff. South Carolina recovers it and scores again. That's what I hope. Smoking Giant, thank you for the super chat. He says, Beamer Ball is back. Couldn't happen to a better team. Tennessee football is my new favorite comedy series. Welcome to the party. Tennessee football has been my comedic relief for years, and I'm happy to say that the party is continuing and not stopping anytime in the foreseeable future. LV says, I love it. Look, I love it too, buddy. This is unbelievable. This is amazing. Yell to Snell. Oh, very kind of you. Thank you, sir. Very generous of you. He says, none of my Voltard fans will answer the phone, Lou. Yeah. Look, the whole state of Tennessee is currently without cell phone service, internet service. If you go to their door or knock on it, they're going to be deaf and not hear it. These people are going to hide like you ain't never seen. I know they're going to hide from me. They don't want to hear what I have to say. Michael Grubbs, thank you for the super chat. My Aggies suck this year, but Orange, Oklahoma losing makes up for it. Yeah. Regular Oklahoma is winning, though. Oh, you're calling Tennessee the Orange Oklahoma. I got you. Yeah, because they only play football on one side of the ball. That's right. They think defense is some sort of hidden mystery. Gamecock onside kick. That'd be amazing, James. I don't see that happening, though. Southern Cal now up by 10 over UCLA. Yeah, your season is, I'm telling you right now, I might talk about Tennessee for an hour. I'm not bullshitting you. I really might. Once I get going, I don't know. It's going to be good, though. Money Man says, I called it for jackpot. Yeah, good. I'm happy for jackpot. I'm happy for the Carolina fans. Thank you, Money Man. Nathan C., thank you for the super chat. He says, don't believe in karma, but man, Tennessee, karma sure is a you-know-what, isn't it? Been waiting for the hypo collapse for years. He always chokes. Yeah, he does. That gimmick offense only take you so far. They don't want to hear it, but it's true. Jess C., thank you for the super chat. Keep that same energy, Tennessee fans. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't mind the trash talk. It's when you lose and disappear that's unacceptable. I've been doing this on YouTube since 2014. Believe me, I've seen Georgia shit the bed plenty of times. And guess what? My happy ass is right back on here right after the game taking my medicine. UCLA just scored. Back to a one-score game now. Butt chuggers getting humiliated. Yes, they are. Spencer Rattler having a great season tonight. Yeah, well, everybody has a great season the night they play Tennessee. I was saying earlier, if there was any team in America that could just play Tennessee 12 weeks in a row, whoever that team's quarterback was would win that Heisman unanimous. It wouldn't even be close. That's how bad Tennessee's defense is. Think about this. In the same season, Tennessee's defense has made Anthony Richardson and Spencer Rattler look like Heisman winners. You have any idea how hard that is to do? You have any idea how bad you have to be on defense to make Anthony Richardson and Spencer Rattler look amazing? And Tennessee has somehow managed to do that in the same friggin' season. That's how bad they are. 500, thank you for the super chat. It's hard to believe Josh Hopeful is responsible for Oklahoma's last national title. Well, he was their quarterback, yeah. Right? Don't believe in karma. Read down, keep that same energy. Called it for jackpot. Yeah, I think I'm caught up now. I think I'm all caught up. Tennessee made history, most points scored against by ranked team ever. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Where did that go? Are you telling me that this is the most amount of points a ranked team has ever given up in a game? Is that what you're telling me? Is that really what you're saying? Is that right? Yes. Oh, to an unranked team? Yes, I don't know about that. Yes. I'll have to look into that. Haven't there been some Big 12 games where people scored like this? Joe Milton on 1st and 10 throws incomplete into the end zone. 2nd and 10. Beat Alabama just to play in the Citrus Bowl. Jesus. Thank you, Libertarian. LV says, can't wait for the year season is over, Vols. Yeah, it's going to be a good one tomorrow. It's going to be a classic. I can promise you that. Lou, I think the Ole Miss performance tonight is a big indicator that Lane is 1 foot out the door already. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I think that's a strong possibility. I agree with you. Joe Milton back to throw on 2nd and 10, scrambling around, under pressure, running, throws into the back of the end zone, incomplete over the head of the wide receiver into the 3rd row of the bleachers. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Tards. Michael, thank you for the super chat. He says, Aggie's going to pay off Slav to schedule Tennessee as a permanent rival. Anybody would be lucky to draw Tennessee as a permanent game in the SEC, that's for sure. Lyndon, thank you for the super chat. Vols are a complete joke. Yes, they are. They're going to be the laughing stock of the internet. And it's not even the team's fault. It's the fans' fault. I mean, yeah, it's funny that Tennessee is losing. But the reason it's a complete joke and the funniest thing ever is because of the way Tennessee fans have acted this season. Bad news is Lou lost the USC junior bet. Good news, UT is officially done. Yeah, I don't even care. I don't even care that I lost the bet. I don't even care. Believe me, this is more than worth it. Tennessee October champions, Lou, LOL. Well, no, not October, but hold on. Don't forget to get them while they're hot. Tennessee was ranked number 1 for 1 week in November. Everybody needs one. Everybody needs one. Don't forget to pick it up. Tennessee was ranked number 1 for 1 week in November. The hottest t-shirt in the country right now. The hottest t-shirt in the country. They make great Christmas presents, toilet paper, whatever. Tennessee was ranked number 1 for 1 week in November. There you go. Make sure you pick that up. Make sure you pick that up. The link is in the description of the video. The link is in the description of the video. Tennessee was ranked number 1 for 1 week in November. Link in description. Smoking Giant says, imagine losing to South Carolina, couldn't beat Georgia. Facts. We beat them, 48-7? Steve Spurrier, you can't spell citrus without UT. That's right. Steve, the ghost of Steve Spurrier is back, ain't he? Scattered Covered Chunk says, hey, Lou, viewership to the USC Trojans game just dropped dramatically. Yeah, the Tennessee fans don't have no interest in it no more. Southern Cal 34, UCLA 31, 2.5 minutes to go in the third in that one, though. Michael Grubb says, I love the mustard bottle. Yeah, long live the mustard bottle, too. Kenneth, thank you for the super chat. Just wait till Tennessee plays South Carolina on a neutral field, Lou. Yo, yeah, that's right. That's right, because Georgia beat the life out of them, and I've heard, oh, we would play on a neutral field. Listen, Georgia could play Tennessee on the dark side of the moon. It wouldn't fucking matter. Georgia could play Tennessee on the back of a Dollar Tree in downtown Knoxville. It wouldn't matter. They could literally play on the fucking roof. You know the movies Clerks where they go up there and they play hockey on the roof? It could be like that. Georgia could play Tennessee in the fucking parking lot of Dolly World. Let's be real. No one's parked there. No one's going to that dried up fucking amusement park. Dolly Parton. What a fucking Dolly Parton is. Don't even get me started on Dolly Parton again. But we could play it wouldn't matter where Georgia played Tennessee. We would absolutely humiliate them anywhere. It wouldn't matter. Tennessee's just not any good. Tennessee better watch out in cold Nashville. All right, Vandy Danny. I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see. Yuta Snell, thank you for the super chat. Lou, please give the Voltars the business tomorrow and your season is over. By the way, I ordered my shirt last week. Yeah, everybody needs one. I don't know what y'all are waiting on. It's limited time only. I'm going to take these down from the store pretty soon once it's not funny anymore and Tennessee's unranked, which might be next week after they lose to Vandy. So make sure you're getting them now to make great Christmas presents. And that link in the description of the video. Tennessee was ranked number 1 for 1 week in November. Let's go. Thank you for the super chat. He says, Tennessee got ran out of South Carolina, buck naked and broke. That's a fact. Are the goalposts coming down in Columbia today? It could be. These people look like they're ready to come on the field, don't they?
Yes, they do.
These people look like they're ready to come on the field. Fan base is going to blame the helmets. Watch. They might just see. But that's the thing about Tennessee. They're the Oregon of the SEC. It's a new uniform gimmick every week for Tennessee. You don't know what uniforms they're going to show up in. Today they wear orange helmet. They never worn this before. They show up with orange helmet. They look like a creamsicle. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing with these uniforms. They're the Oregon of the SEC, and they got the same trophy case as Oregon, too. Vandy is licking their chops, says Nick Koenig. Yeah. Facts. Scattered, chunked, viewership dropped. Imagine losing to South Carolina. I'm trying to make sure I didn't skip any of these. The South Carolina comment about playing on a neutral field, that's good, Kenneth. That's a good one. Vols are a complete joke. Yeah, okay, I think I'm caught up now. I think I'm all caught up now. Vandy Andy says, the last year Tennessee thought they were back, they lost. That's true, You know, it's funny. 2016, that was the last good year Tennessee had. They beat Georgia. They beat Florida. All they had to do to win the East was beat a terrible South Carolina team and a terrible Vandy team at the end of the year, and guess what? They lost to South Carolina on the road in Columbia this time of year, and then they turn around and lost to Vandy. So, Vandy Dandy, you might be on to something. The same damn thing might happen this year. This might be 2022 all over again. Now, in 2016, they lost to Bama, beat Florida and Georgia. This year, they beat Bama and Florida, lost to Georgia. But point is, they won 2 of their 3 rivalry games. To get to this point in the season, lose to South Carolina, like they're doing now, and then lost to Vandy. So you might be on to something, Vandy Dandy. Throw a bomb 4 plays in a row, says James. I wish Carolina would score again. That would make me happy. They still got Rattler in the game, but under a minute to go now, 2nd and 5. Probably just taking a knee here. Season over, Tennessee, for real. That's it. Game over. Shane Beamer gets the Gatorade bath. That's hilarious. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. I've been live streaming since 3 o'clock this afternoon. I did a Patreon stream from 3 to 7, and then I've been live streaming on here from 7 till whatever time it is now. Forget the trash talk in Tennessee for a second. Congratulations to the Gamecock fans. It's been another rough year for the Gamecock fans, but this is a big win for them, so congratulations to all of them. And congratulations to the Gamecock fans. And to the Tennessee fans, well, I don't know what to tell you other than I tried to tell you all fucking year and you wouldn't listen because you're goddamn retarded. So I'll see you in the morning for your season is over, you bunch of retard, butt-chugging, hillbilly nitwits. I do love you, though.